Chat.
Hey everyone.
Hello, people.
I'm sending out the links now if people want to start introducing themselves.
Do you want me to go first?
Well, we start in order, and you're at the top of the list now.
Welcome to the top, Andy.
Well, hi, I'm Andy. I played nearly Riverwalker. Elvin Goliath Druid, who's in a bit of a state. Yeah.
She jumped down the rabbit hole without even thinking last session.
You always find more interesting stuff at the end of a hole.
To be fair, that did actually work out rather well.
I know.
Exactly, because all the people that are hard to kill through fall damage went down first. So
Yes, and realize that, it's safe for the people who don't have a way to stop fall damage.
Anyway.
anyways.
Hello everyone, I play Thavamith, the half-goblin, half-Goliath College of Swords bard, who is seeing things he doesn't want to see right now. Lots of things involving family members that he will probably have to kill. Yay!
Holly. Oh, this is gonna be a wonderful time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Blue balls the last.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, it's Ash's turn.
Okay.
Hello everyone.
I'm gonna change their names.
Let me speak, Dark Savior. Anyways, hello everyone, I'm Ash or Jim, depending on what you want to call me. I play Kundo the Furbolg Barbarian, who did the pickup thing, and we're about to see if our plan is going to work at all.
No. No.
Myth would never let a plan work.
I love my
I
plan
might.
together.
If it's crazy enough.
I forgot what the plan was.
Perfect. He doesn't know how to stop it.
Well, we can go over that in a second.
Yeah, and I am DM.
Hey, there's
one...
two more players that have to introduce themselves first.
No,
Sorry.
there's not. No,
Uh-huh.
no one else. Just me.
Don't worry, Myth. You'll be able to introduce yourself soon before being the end person.
Before you.
Okay, but hey everyone, I'm Danny Boop. I play Zarali, the College of Glamour bard, who is a Levistus tiefling, and she just generally right now has no idea what's going on. It's just we gotta get this knife so we can end this rift and move on to the next one. So there's that.
I'm Dark Savior. I play Herodias, the Heron Kenku Beastmaster Ranger. And personally, I have no idea what the fuck is going on today because last week I had a bunch of shit going on. So literally, the first thing I come into is Neri jumped into a hole.
So
and then Herodias started thinking about a talk by Canadian Daily Planet talk show host, and now he is unaware of what's going on, how things ended.
I
So
posted
to catch-
the VOD for you to watch for a reason.
I have exams!
So to just do quick summary, there be spoops in there, and they might look like some people that you know and don't want to see again.
Oh, yay.
And that's all you need to know.
Also, murder.
Wait, what?
Murder most
Myth, it's your turn.
DM and make them sad. I'm probably going to make them sad a few times today. It's going to be very good. Very good for soul. Well,
He's also
my soul.
wretched.
That You know, I don't know if Russian or Ukrainian or other Slavic country. Not sure. I'm not educated in Slavic geography enough to know where the accent come from.
If something happens to Padden, that's the accent you have to use for your backup character.
Oh God. Okay. Okay. I can work with that. Oh God. Armored, I'll just play Boris.
I have questions.
Specialized in Warhammer.
No.
Hey, boy.
Boris, he's a bard. He's also a really fat Russian dude.
His instrument is belly drums.
I see, he's fat Russian, eh? Does he like the vodka?
Duh. Not so much anymore. Not after wife leave.
I was thinking about Boris the Soviet love hammer.
Oh. No.
Oh,
My next character is a tentative necromancy wizard who just doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Mostly so I can do like terrible necromancy things and he's like, the fuck? Did not mean to do it. Did not mean to do it. I'm sorry. You just killed like 3 kids. I said I'm sorry. It's fine.
If you end up having to do a Russian accent, you basically become the group Sashal. Referring to a character I play. And I give him a terrible, I don't even know what the hell accent.
It's like vaguely. Every time I think it's something else. I can't pin it down.
Sometimes it's Jamaican, sometimes it's Irish.
Oh, we're talking about
Sometimes
Jamaican
it's-
accents now, man.
Oh
God
God. Can we go to
Okay.
the dandy?
No,
Started.
we are now stuck in 3 hours of accents.
Please.
No,
don't.
quick, to the murder town.
Okay.
Burtown.
So on last episode, jumped down a hole, fought some things. Thav did an anime move and killed like half the things.
Yeah.
Found some shit. Found Goss. Retrieved a dagger, and now Goss are probably angry and had planned, but I have no fucking idea what it was. So remind me.
The plan essentially amounted to. Yeah, I was going to say, Andy, don't deafen yourself.
I have to go help my sister real quick, so I'm gonna be on mute.
Oh, okay, that's fine. We're just explaining the plan, which I hope you remember.
Yeah, I remember. I had to answer a call.
Gotcha. Alright then. So the plan amounted to Kundo go in, grab dagger, hopefully grab aggro of monsters. And when aggro is grabbed, according to what Thavameth can see, he would then tell the other mages to ready spells to cast Fairy Fire on them if they were invisible, or even if they're not, because advantage to hit them is nice. And
Right.
then,
Remember that.
and then Zerali was planning to do some AoE attack, be it her newly acquired screeching abilities or something else.
Right, second string.
And of potentially casting Synaptic Static.
Yes,
Okay.
Thav can do anything, but he is the crux of being able to see them if they were invisible. But if I remember rightly, 5 of them became visible at the end of last session.
Mhm.
Alright then. So that is the basics of the plan. We will see if they desire to punch Kundo directly in the balls.
And just ahead of time, if the plan does go off without a hitch, I apologize for everyone's eardrums.
Everyone be ready to deafen themselves.
No. I have a plan to where it's not actually going to hurt. I just want to be funny. I'm sorry.
And Fat Tony. Yay, it's Fat Tony.
Oh, God.
Oh god, you have an artwork for him.
Literally, I just looked up Fat Imp.
Still counts as having art for him.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's because Fat Tony is the most dangerous of your foes.
He's not a foe. We had a polite conversation with him.
Yeah.
Unless
Fat
he's
Tony-
secretly the archdevil that hates Kundo.
Fat Tony, no, Fat Tony's not an archdevil.
He's an imp.
He's just a very, very influential imp. Okay, so when last we left off, Kundo has great dagger and is probably getting spirits angry in his butthole. He's good English. No phrasing required. Okay. So Kundo has now great dagger. Shit, what is range of fairy fire? I am now stuck in Russian accent, I guess. This is fine.
Oh no, it be the Russian judge. We're all going to fail our performances.
Duh. You are going to fail performance, and I am going to be laughing at you.
Yeah. Well, I'm still ready with fairy fire.
Okay. So you begin walking back towards where your friends were, Kundo.
Yes, because
I had my phone on silence and it still said the alarm. I am so sorry.
you're fine. Kundo is literally he has grabbed the dagger, and before he even turned around to walk back, his eyes were closed in accordance with the last session.
Right.
So he is just walking straight back to where he came from.
Okay.
And you heard Neri yelling.
Wow.
Yeah, I was yelling last session. It's all spirits.
Spooky ghosts.
No initiative?
Why? Well, you guys did have things prepared. So,
This is the
Yeah,
first
because-
round before initiative?
yeah, basically. So, near you can cast Fairy Fire,
Yeah, I'm not at back.
or
Fairy
I
fire
can.
when they all,
I-
yeah, when
I
they
can
all
do it.
gather together, at least decent amount of them.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it doesn't look like you can get it and avoid getting Kundo.
Well, Kundo is Kundo, so we already know him. He's going to be outlined in sparkling flame. If he fails.
Oh, I
Since it
think there
has
was a. Oh, okay, yeah, there is a dexterity save required.
Oh. At this point, Thav knows who's there, and he's upset about it. This would be the first time Zarali and Herodias would see.
Myth, don't you ruin our plans.
Wait, see what?
Yeah. We're not gonna have Neri cast Fairy Fire? What?
We're
She
still
already did.
planning on. Yeah.
Does
yeah, yeah.
Herodias see his bird eyes?
Okay, so yeah, I need dexterity saves from everybody, including Kundo, and then 5 of the beasts.
My
Just
DC is
oops.
20.
Yeah, which none of them can succeed. They have dex of 0.
You never know. One could get lucky.
I think your safety is 21, actually.
Really badly.
Okay, so Kundo's also glowy.
Yeah, I expected to fail that, and I don't get advantage because he is willingly blinded himself.
Right. Okay. Now you have 5 glowy ghosts and a glowy Kundo.
Alright. So does that mean now that Zarali can actually fully see these specters?
Yeah.
Okay. She is going...
What do this?
Go ahead.
Cool. So, 2 things. One is Thav was ready to cast Synaptic Static, and 2, if these ghosts appeared to Thav as his family, and to Neri as someone who is lost,
Mm-hmm.
Just saying, do they look like spirits to Thavan Zeral, or to Zerali and Herodias? Or who do they look like?
Here's your object. That would just actually it doesn't dispel invisibility. They can just be outlined through visibility or invisibility. So currently they're just seeing vaguely humanoid forms.
But you did say at the beginning or at the end of last session that they became visible. Like enough that Neri could see that one of them was her old master.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Okay,
It's
so
true.
then before Zerali does her thing, because she was planning on acting as soon as she could see them, what does she see?
So you see the image of a woman who appears much like you, but older.
She just kind of looks at it confused. And although she's still going to act as she had been planning to, so. All right. I'm gonna do a thing. Hopefully none of my neighbors call the cops.
Yay! Call the cops! Call the cops! Cop DNT! Yeah!
Okay.
Okay,
She's,
yeah, that.
she's going to cast Psychic Scream, and when you hear what I'm about to do, you'll know why I'm saying I hope the neighbors don't call the cops.
She's been waiting for this.
Oh boy. Okay. And, okay.
I know it's not required.
That was
Yeah.
that was a good scream.
When you have the lovely ability to suddenly quiet everything on your computer.
I stepped like 10 feet away from the thing to do that.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Alright. Yeah, no, they don't.
So, oh wow.
They don't have even 24 health points.
They broken.
That
Yeah, Herodias, as they all came to you, you saw them as various members of the flock.
Oh fuck.
and Zerali just killed them all.
Hair dies, bursts out laughing. Sushi, run, you dumb cunts!
After doing that, Zerali's just kind of rubbing at her throat. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, that was precious. Oh, serves them right.
out of character, I imagine like the party didn't actually hear that scream; they just saw her. Anyone who
Just
was
like
looking at her.
ripple, yeah, a rippling wave of energy.
Anything immediately happen after they're all dead?
Not immediately, but there's still one that didn't reveal itself.
Thav's going to walk forth, looking directly at the one who's hiding. Is its eyes open?
Yeah.
Holy fuck! That actually hurt my throat.
I bet.
You made the willing decision to do that to yourself.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Target is killed by the spell's head explodes. Yeah, a little bit ghost. They don't really. But yeah, and yeah, in the faint fairy light, there's the slight image of what you presume to be exploding heads.
just Kundo covered with ectoplasm. Why is there all this goo?
No.
Gross.
Is that it? You bring forth those out of our memories?
And to be honest,
How about you tell
that's
me?
fine.
How about you reveal yourself and tell us why? I can see you hiding there.
Just sort of slowly turns his head and kind of blinks at you.
Points at who?
It blinks. It's just turning its head and just blinking.
From what I can guess, I know how to stop you temporarily. But you bear the image of one who has faced great pain. So I ask you, why? Why do you make us face ours?
Yeah, it's just kind of shift to the side. Like, not looking at you directly. It's pretty evident there's something there. It doesn't want to say if it can say anything.
I can see you. You can gesture. Even if you can't speak, you can at least indicate. Are you trying to bring to those the pain you used to feel?
It looks clearly uncomfortable. Almost like you're speaking the truth and it doesn't want to admit it.
I'm just trying to read the information. I'm sorry.
I command the thing I can't see.
We don't-
Majesty is real.
The pain we've faced. We have met Valexion. And I can guess just some of the pain that you felt. But we want to help you make that pain end. Reminding player knowledge. This looks like the spirit of Alexion's wife.
Yes.
Valexion, do you still love him?
Creature just very slowly turns its head to you, Thoth. And it seems conflicted.
He told me what he did, what he regrets. And I know that if I were to have faced even a portion of what he's dealt with.
What?
Paradise, you wish to speak something? Even a portion of what he had to deal with, what they made him deal with. I'm not sure if I would fare off any better than him. I I know pain. I know the joy of having a love. And I don't want to face the pain of losing one. Neither did you, neither did him. All we want is to allow him and you to finally be at peace. Will you allow us to take this dagger and allow you and your husband peace?
And the creature just slowly drifts to you, Thav, and just looks between the other three in the room. And then back to you. Roll an insight check.
I'm not great at those.
It seems to be like, which one? As in, which person are you with?
I know.
Okay. Just like, wait, that might be confusing.
I'm gonna roll another insight check to see its intent with the question.
Okay. It doesn't harbor any malicious intent as far as you can tell.
He's going to go to look over to Zarali, then look back at it.
It seems to be smiling faintly.
All I want is for us to be able to move on and not have to risk the dangers of losing one another. And I want you to help you to be able to be with your husband once more.
Just sort of nods slowly, and a faint voice enters your mind, and just, yes, it would be nice to see him again, but as I am slain, you cannot leave the deck. You cannot leave with it. If you attempt to, I will. What little sense of clarity I have.
Sorry, Myth, it was a bit difficult to hear. So,
Oh, yeah, the individual says that I would like to see him again, but you can't leave the room with the dagger, or else I will lose what sense of clarity I currently have.
are you bound to it?
In a sense.
And to try to strike you down, you'll only just constantly come back. Is that correct?
The others, yes. No. I am the one that spawned them. Slay me, well, Make sure none come back.
Only Thav's hearing this, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a telepathic communication.
All right.
Thav's going to look over to Gundo and Neri. Trying, just trying to remember the name of Alexion's wife.
Astria. Astria.
Okay. We can't leave with the dagger yet.
Why not?
Astria's right here talking to me.
Really?
She
Walks
says
over.
she's bound to it. If we try to leave, she will be forced to attack us.
Mir has walked over and is like looking in the space around her cousin.
No indication is that he's speaking to anything. As far as you know, he's just been speaking to air.
Is it your eyes again?
Yes. I don't know why fate has chosen for me to have this, but
I have an idea. She is technically spirit, is she not?
You cut out, Andy.
She is technically a spirit.
You cut out again.
Give me a moment.
She's asking if she's a spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Which.
Alright. Alright.
She does qualify as a spirit, but she is not undead.
Can she not technically go into one of us? Do the thing that spirits do?
You mean possession?
Yeah.
I think that this might be a bit different.
They shouldn't have to fight her.
I don't want. She's faced too much pain in the past for us to try to strike her down again.
It's just cruelty to do that.
At this point, the invisibility fades and the creature does appear before all of you as Astria.
Mary lets out a little shriek.
Zorali's going to put her hand on Thav's arm and just say to him, "It might be the only way."
Astra. You said you cannot leave this blade's presence.
The blades cannot leave this room.
I did not hear what was just said. I am sorry.
The blade cannot leave this room. It was a final curse made by hated lips. If Alexion found a way to locate the dagger, he would have to slay me again in order to slay himself.
Assholes.
Is it not doing anything weird considering the blade is currently in the bag of holding?
No, it seems to be able to detect that it is still, even though it is in a demiplane, it seems to the magic on it seems to still identify it as still being within the premises of this room.
All right then.
At least as far as I can tell.
Unfortunately, Valexion can't come down here himself.
Oh,
Do you potentially know of a way to lift this curse connecting you to it?
there's a simple way.
Astria,
Hmm.
do you wish for us to slay you?
I know what he asked to do.
I'm sorry, what?
I know what he asked to do. For me, I will just meet him in moments.
Oh, we still have to find.
It'd be nice to see him again.
We'd still have
It's
to find.
It's the easiest way to remove this curse. The quickest.
Astrid, would you rather us do it while you still have your mental faculties about you?
What was that?
Neri asked, would she rather us do
Robot.
it while she had her mental faculties? Ah, fuck! And it's robot in your...
Basically, from what I can tell,
For you, Danny.
All right.
no, she robot for me.
Yeah.
I can still understand her. That's weird.
How am I?
You're fine now.
All right. Basically, Neri asked if Astria wanted us to kill her while she still kind of had her mind about her.
Yeah, that seems to be the implication. Is that she will not resist right now, but you try to take the dagger before she's dead, shit might go bad.
Astria, do you know if you're susceptible to the same method that the other spirits that were here are?
They were fond of me. Their weaknesses are my own.
Then, Thav's going to go and hug Astria.
At least attempt to.
Like, wrap his arms around her so she gets the understanding, not like trying to squeeze.
Right.
And then take a step back. Run forward back to the ones you love. And dissonant whispers, which as a piss poor roll.
It literally doesn't matter. Even if she succeeds, she would fade away into nothingness because vulnerability to psychic damage and 5 HP.
Okay, let's
Go for it.
get that dagger out of here and let's move fast before
She reforms.
before she has to endure what removing the dagger will do.
We still have to find those other items.
Yes, and there's another route that we have to take. It's not like we can just fly back up the hole we came down.
I mean, we can't
Quite literally we can, but just gives Neri a look like Jinx.
Question, does Wild Shape and the Boots of Flying last long enough to do so, though?
I have 4 hours of time I can use with the boots.
I have literally like almost 8 hours with Wild Shape.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a few minutes going down, and it'll be like 10 minutes going back up.
I mean,
And
Kundo
Kundo
can
can literally carry all of us.
yeah, Kundo can move 55 feet as a fly speed. He's quite
I mean,
fast.
technically, Mary has a fly speed
Yeah.
in a way. But
Do you all wish to continue searching the halls?
Let
We can either leave the blade here, or I can stay here with it. Should she
Mhm.
reform?
we
before we get out of here,
I still think we should try exploring the other rooms.
I'm not speaking against that. I'm saying one of us can remain here with the blade, and the rest can go search the other rooms.
No.
What if we left Pandy in here to watch it?
Pandian's a
I
bird.
would not.
Okay. Out of character, what happened was we had to kill the ghost in order for the blade to be able to be taken out of the room.
Mhm.
Yes, but
Yeah.
keep mentioning that the
Yeah.
ghost is potentially going to reform outside of the room.
Even though she said she wouldn't.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other things were clones. You killed the Prime. The Prime doesn't reform, therefore the clones don't appear. You're good. You can just take it out.
okay.
All right.
Okay. Paradise, move. Scoot.
Hmm?
Scoot.
Oh,
Nina's just
sorry.
kind of gently pushing him.
Oh, my bad. All right, where are we going?
Move away!
Pardon me, I can fly.
Go through
Oh, never mind.
me.
Bob can teleport.
Well,
Woo.
now that we have the dagger,
Yeah.
shall we go down the hole?
I went down that hole. Are you talking about the one that just leads around?
No, the hole right in front of us, Neri.
Yeah, the giant fuck off.
Sorry, hold on. I have to move my stuff.
Shall I check what's down there first? I doubt every hole is going to be as forgiving with some sort of magical enchantment.
I mean, I can fly down there too.
Let
Oh.
Kundo do it. He can actually fly.
Yeah.
without
Yeah,
body
that
shaping.
that was
Well,
unlike the other
it's
hole.
almost like he's not the only one here who can fly, right? Looks at Pandian.
Yeah,
I'm the only one here that can fly that won't die in one hit.
unlike
She can
Unlike
take
this,
a hit.
so unlike the first hole you fell down, which had a definite bottom. This one, you can see a bottom, but it's the ground like 5,000 feet down, and then the tunnel. So it's a very specific jump you have to make.
Can we send a rope, like tie ropes with him down?
I don't think we have enough rope.
5,000 feet? That's...
Well, at least
No,
it's gonna
no.
like allow us to get down at least somewhat far.
Let the
The
DM speak.
tunnel is floating in the air. The ground far below is 5,000 feet. The tunnel is like 50 feet. It seems to be floating via some force.
So there's just a tunnel attached to this giant hole 50 feet down,
Yeah.
and then the actual ground is considerably further.
Yes. Yeah, it's basically you miss the fall, you fucked.
We'll go down first and make sure there's nothing waiting at the edge of the tunnel. Then we can all descend.
Let's let's pull out a. Should we pull out a rope for you to bring down with you so that we could probably climb down?
Every time.
That could work.
Either that or it's just you carry us back and forth. Your choice.
I mean, by technicality, I can lift all of you at once. It just depends on how much you want to be squished together.
Just fly down to
Which is
the tunnel
all-
first.
Alright, who has a rope? Oh wait, I have a rope. Kundo gets the rope off of his neck.
The leech.
Just gently looks down and remembers, oh yes.
Neri put
Oh
that
yes,
there.
we wrapped a rope around his neck in order to make sure he doesn't wander away all the time.
I mean, no one grabbed the other end of the rope. It's just literally a cord of rope around his head. Alright, so he's going to take that off of his shoulders and hand it to one of them and grab the other end and start flying down.
I'll hold it.
Okay. So you fly down to the end of the end of the tunnel, or at least they blast it out, and you don't see anything immediately dangerous further down the tunnel, as far as you can go.
Place is interesting.
Right then. Is there anything I can secure the rope onto on this end?
There's like some pipe endings, but as far as their structural integrity, you're not really sure. You try.
And what's the material that this actual pipe seems to be made out of? Like the structure that these pipe endings are coming out of?
It looks like it's made out of steel. Or some equivalent metal.
So not something I can jam a sword into. Gotcha.
Not really, no.
I mean, I could try really hard, but I don't think that would work very well. He'll just call up to the rest and tell them to go ahead and come down and hold the end of the rope.
Okay.
Neri's gonna hold the top rope and then allow them to go down first.
Okay.
Before going down, Thao's going to just quickly go. Wait, something just came to mind.
What?
Look, I just want to check the previous room since we didn't get to wander around, if there's anything hiding in there. I'm just gonna do a quick surveillance.
I'll come
If
with you.
Kundo were there, he'd say him and Zarali should look around. But he's 50 feet down the hole right now.
Sure,
Two of you.
I don't mind you coming with. Never mind you with me.
I hope not.
Just don't take too long.
It's just a quick look around.
Better be.
If it takes more than 5 minutes, we're coming back and looking for you.
And if we find you nude, I swear to God.
Okay,
It's
we're
the
legit.
hair-
We're legit doing scavenger hunt stuff. So, do we find any of the items?
Between Thav's true sight and Zarali's stupidly high passive perception, you don't find any items. You do find a corpse, though.
Oh,
Hey.
who's it closer to, Zarali or Thav?
Thav.
Okay.
Zarali,
Yes.
I haven't found any magic, but do you think this used to be her?
Looking at the corpse, does it look like Astria? Or like it could have been her?
Yeah, a badly decomposed version, but very likely.
Like just from like the decayed cloth on her?
Yeah.
It looks like.
I hope we can give you the rest you deserve. Do my eyes detect any magic on her corpse?
A faint dusting of necromancy.
Okay, so nothing specific.
Okay.
Like no No specific item or anything.
No, just over the body.
Well, there's nothing else in this room. Should get back to the others.
Yeah, I didn't find anything.
Come on, Paradise, you can go down. I'm gonna hold it. I'm not gonna drop.
Please don't drop me.
I'm not going to drop you.
But I can't fly, okay?
Well, you can climb down a rope.
Fine, climbs down the
I've
rope.
caught you before, Herodias. I can catch you again.
Okay, honestly, I'm kind. This may sound weird, but I'm a little bit afraid of heights.
Go down.
You're we come over and you're saying you're afraid of heights? Come on.
To be fair, the potential of a 5,000-foot drop should be scary for anyone.
He's got a point.
Okay, he climbs down.
Yeah. I'm not gonna make it next to that.
I just imagine that Neri and Kundo don't even notice a shift in the weight of the rope.
There's
We
just
probably don't.
waiting. Come on, run the lovebirds coming back.
Okay, so where's
Hey.
the others?
We're back.
Oh, there they are.
Down the rope.
Okay, I'm off the rope. I'm off the rope. Happy?
We didn't find anything except for the what looked like the body of Astria. Looks like there was necromantic magic performed on her.
Figures she was a spirit.
You never identified magic. Because it doesn't say specific. This is gentle repose.
Ooh.
Hey, we could revive her.
No.
All right, I'll go down next.
Yeah, just for sake of brevity, you all can get down there without having to make a check.
We all just slide down the rope. Then Kundo
Pretty much.
flies up and picks up Neri.
Pretty much.
I can show. Sorry, that makes me giggle.
Fortunately, it's not a carpet. It's his feet.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, I wonder what we'll find this way.
Oh, another large, ominous room.
How fun.
Fucking ominous!
You know, there's probably be something that pops up at us. I can tell.
Before we enter this room, Thalbamet, Sorali, do you see anything?
Do we see anything?
You see a lot of things. Thav, this place is fucking glowing with magic.
How glowing?
Pretty glowing. Not enough to be blinding, but enough to be annoying.
It's like a rave.
Kind of, yeah.
He just kind of winces. I think this is a storeroom.
Storeroom for what, though?
There's
Possibly.
magic here.
Possibly
Why don't you
that.
get closer, Herodias?
What?
Stop being antisocial.
Where's everyone? Oh my god!
There's a lot of magic here. A lot of it.
How about I say that?
Could this potentially be the magic battery that you were talking about before?
Do
Yeah.
Can I do I know, given that when analyzing the piping earlier I got a nat 20, or would you want me to do another Arcana check?
There are a lot of like small magic pings, and there's one fairly large one towards the back of the room.
I could send in a light.
I don't think it's a matter of the room being lit. I just think it's a matter of
Well, It'd be easier for all of us to see because 2 of us don't have dark vision.
Only one of us doesn't have dark. Wait, no, furbolgs don't have dark vision, do they?
Yeah, it's just Kundo.
Don't have dark vision.
Kundo is carrying a torch.
That's true.
You're welcome.
Yes, I lit that off of your arrows. Just the slow reach over.
Gradual take.
There's a lot of magic all around this room. The big one being over there. What is over there that's so magical?
It's about like a 5x5x5 box. What it is, you can't exactly discern. You don't detect any one specific school of magic coming from it. Seems like it's almost raw arcane energy, which is probably the arcane battery.
I think that might be the battery.
Kundo's just looking down at the bag of holding, then over at the 5x5 box. Back at the bag, at the box, at the bag, at the box.
Let's not take it.
Well, it's a good thing we don't have to take that.
Let's take a look around the other room, or around the room. There's a lot of magic around here.
Very well.
It's a good thing 2 of us know identify.
That it is. Because you're probably gonna fucking need it. Alright, so how long do you want to spend looking for things in here?
Well, how many items do we have left?
Most of them.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, we have a bit.
9?
Do you want to try to find them as quick as possible, or do you want to take your time?
I think we should make sure we find them,
Yeah, so we should probably take our time.
or at least
Alright.
take our time finding individual ones and find as many as we can.
We can
Right.
pair off. We can pair off, like, have, like, say, because we don't need 2 bards going at, like, the same item to identify.
Yeah.
them.
Thav can
So
take
the-
one side, Zorali can take the other.
Yeah, have, like, Kundo and Thavmith off one side, and Zorali and you to the...
Guys to one side, girls to the other.
And
Kundo
the
would
bird in the middle.
She recommend that he go with Zerali for the sake of there not being a melee-oriented person with a ranged-oriented person should things go wrong.
What? I mean,
Because Thav is
Thavmith
he's ranged, but he's also a sword user and he's melee. So if Neri were to go with him, that would be range and melee. And then if Kundo is with Zerali, that's just a physical tank to make sure Zerali doesn't get hit. Basically, put your tanks with your squishies.
Yeah.
And then Shaggy and Scooby can run up somewhere else if they want to.
In this case, Herodias and Pandian.
So what do you?
So-
What can I do?
So I get put with my cousin.
Okay. In
I
any
know
case, all of you who are looking for things, roll investigation with advantage.
Roll investigate.
Like, all of us, or just, like, one with
All.
advantage?
All of you.
And you said
Since
with
you're all taking-
advantage?
Yeah, since you're all taking your time, roll with advantage.
18.
22.
Well, I was asking. 16, 22, 16.
6.
6.
Okay.
On
Is
the
her...
sheet. Well, I got 0 on investigation, so this will be interesting.
Did
Okay.
better than Neri.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, so...
Everyone did better than Neri.
Unfortunately, Neri doesn't really find anything interesting. Which is kind
Found
of
a rock.
which is kind of unfortunate.
Just
Okay.
picture her constantly going up to Thav. Is this magic? Looks. No. Toss. Is this magic? No. DOS. Is this magic? No. DOS.
Oh, just to help, by the way, Kundo is going to activate his Firbolg magic to cast Detect Magic on himself.
Okay. So you're basically getting the same thing that Solve's getting right now. Oh fuck, everything's magic.
You're
Okay.
just sitting there because she can't find anything.
Okay. So, in all, you do end up finding the rest of your list. Now, I heard what about Neri, and we'll just resolve this in order. So, Thav, roll me a D100.
68.
Okay, give me a minute. I gotta go find a book.
That's only mildly terrifying.
It's fine. It's fine. It's all good.
DM had to
Alright.
pull out a book. I think we're finding things in addition to the items that were on the list.
Mm-hmm.
We were told that there was supposed to be more than just what was on the list in this rift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. 68. But you already have that. Hey, fuck it. Fuck it, somebody else can use it. Thav! You find a Scarab of Protection. Alright.
What's so funny?
Hey, Zarali, would you care for matching decoration?
What'd you find?
Remember what I asked from Asmodeus?
You found a scarab, didn't you?
Yes. Which means someone else can also have its magical benefits.
Yeah. Here he's making the finger in the mouth gagging motions behind Thomas.
Ow! Okay.
If Zarali sees that, she just sticks her tongue out at her sister.
Causing Thav to look around or turn behind himself. Eerie.
What?
Okay. Okay. Zarali, roll me a D100.
D100?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Boop and boop. 14.
14. Oh. I have to check this. Give me a moment. Hey,
Here.
look, I rolled right to it. Roll me 1d4 minus 1.
Okay. It doesn't have. Well, I can just type in the command to do a
Yeah.
roll
Yeah.
1d3.
Yeah, that works too.
Well, not quite. Since 1d4 minus 1, it could end up at 0.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay. Well, I think it's slash R 1d4 minus 1.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Zarali, you find yourself a luck blade with one wish left in it.
A
Holy
what?
shit. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
What?
Oh boy.
A luck blade.
With one wish left in it.
It is legendary, requires attunement. It's a rapier. A lucky rapier.
So Zarali now has 3 rapiers.
Yeah.
I don't have an attunement
One
slot open.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But you have 1 rapier that you could unattune to.
Wait, the vicious rapier does not require attunement.
That's
I think
an
all
issue.
the stuff she's attuned to. All the stuff she's attuned to are instruments. Okay.
Two of
But
my
anyways.
attunements are instruments, and one is my amulet. So
Right.
I have
Okay.
all three
Kunda,
attunements.
roll me a D100.
Who?
Yep. Kundo. $87. Wow, really? All right. Fuck. That's good. That's just good. Right. Kundo, you find you because you don't have identify. You find yourself a stone that looks like a pale green prism.
Wait, pale green prism?
Mm-hmm. It is exactly what you think it is, Thoth.
I'll recognize it on the spot.
But do you
Yes,
see Kundo picking it up?
I mean,
If Kundo holds it out
I
to
would-
the rest to
would
see,
Kundo
Well, Zarali was with Kundo, so she could identify it for him.
yeah,
he'd probably recognize it. It's Bernulch's Ion Stone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's an Iron Stone of Mastery.
Well, if Zarali would just flat out recognize it because she would have probably seen it as well. She'd just be like, oh, I know what that is, and proceed to tell Kundo what it is.
Yes, it's a stone that makes you better at things that you're already good at.
Okay. And then Herodias, roll me a D100.
You bet. Damn it!
32. That's pretty. All these are gonna be good. I'm just telling you that right now. Some of them maybe not so good for the person who finds. However, this is pretty good for everybody.
That Ion Stone would be really good for either of the bards.
For any of you guys, really. So, Herodias, on your own, you find a ring that on the face of it looks like it has a small mirror.
Ooh, a mirror ring.
You don't know what it is because you don't have identify.
Aw.
But you could easily ask somebody to identify it for you.
I was just gonna do that. Like, do any of you know what this thing is? It's this weird ring
Yep, so-
looking thing.
Cast identify.
I can check for you.
He throws it to Thav.
So you cast identify, and it is a ring of spell turning.
Ooh.
Let me just look
Well,
up
where-
what that is. Okay.
While wearing this ring, you have advantage on saving throws against any spell that targets only you, not an area of effect. In addition, if you roll a 20 for the save and the spell is 7th level or lower, the spell has no effect on you and instead targets the caster. So basically, if you nat 20 on a dexterity save against disintegrate, you can turn it back. As long as at base level or one higher.
Well, this is kind of funny. This provides similar properties to my scarab, except if you. So this will allow you to dodge the effects of a spell that's focusing solely on you, and if you're extra lucky, and you hit the spell with the ring, you can reflect it back to whoever shot it at you.
Ooh. That sounds
Good for that's good for, like blight, finger of death,
Disintegrate.
disintegrate. There aren't a lot of spells it's good against, but the spells that it is good against are real bad to get hit by. You know what? While all this is going on, Miri, roll me a 1d4.
Oh yay!
I'm gonna give you You know what? It's no fun. It's no fun to exclude. So wonderful. So Miri,
Mm-hmm.
you find a ring that is made of very, very well polished silver, and on its face it has a. I have to actually check to see what color it would be. Give me a minute. I am best DM. I'm very prepared. It has a sapphire inlaid on it.
Alright. I shove it towards Thub, going, what is it?
Okay.
Mind you,
Can I ask
Neri
a
is like
little-
laying off. Neri is laying on the floor while she's doing this.
Could ask a little nicer. All right, let
Oh,
me
Please,
check
what
this
is it?
out. What is it, DM?
So, it is a ring of air element.
Is a what now?
While
Oh,
wearing this ring, you have advantage on attacks against air elements, and they have disadvantage on tackles against you. In addition, the ring has 5 charges. It regains 1d4 expended charges daily at dawn. Spells cast from it have a DC of 17. Air elemental and specific. You can expend 2 of the ring charges to cast Dominate Monster on an air elemental. In addition, when you fall, you descend 60 feet per round and take no damage from fall. You have resistance to lightning damage, a flying speed equal to your walking speed, and can hover. And you can cast the following spells from the ring, expending the necessary number of charges. 3 charges for chain lightning, 2 for gust of wind, and 1 for wind wall.
question, DM. Isn't some of those based on if you kill an air elemental, though?
I mean, yeah, I don't know specifically that it's tied to the ring, or if somebody killed it and then
If
this
you
event,
help, if you help slay an air elemental while attuned to the ring, you gain access to the following properties.
yeah, I wasn't sure if that had to be done once or if it was per person. So, okay, never mind. Ignore those parts then. You just have the advantage on attack. They have disadvantage on you, and you can cast 2 charges for Dominate Monster.
But that means side quest: find Nerian air elemental.
Oh God.
That's true.
I-
That is
I
true.
don't.
Okay, I hate to do this, but can we take a bio break?
Sure thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Yeah, we're
can
ju-
summon elemental.
Oh god.
Yes,
Okay.
you could.
But let's not do that
could.
just yet. Okay, we're gonna take a 5 to 10 minute bio break, everybody.
Okay. See, here's the thing. I saw some real fun things on this table, and kind of sad if you didn't. Like, seriously, the one thing on here, I like how Thought rolled a 68, which was a scare of protection. Damn it. Really?
Yeah,
There,
just
it gets better. Yay! Wow.
yeah, just really.
Really? You could have gotten, like, an apparatus of Quellish, belt of Storm Giant Strength.
Number of ion stones, I'm guessing.
Yeah, 3.
I get
Greater
a ring.
Devotion, Mastery, and Regeneration.
I get a ring with stuff that I can already most likely do. Yay!
You rolled a 1.
Yeah, so
if you'd have rolled something, if you'd have rolled anything else, it would have been a different. It would have been a different elemental.
If I rolled above a 6, I would have gotten something else.
Say what?
So yeah, Thought would just
If I-
toss it back to Neri and explain that this ring has properties of the plane of air, and most of what it can do is currently locked away. You'll have to kill an air elemental in order to unlock what it can truly do. Which gives you, well, more air-related magic to have.
The Grinch-esque style.
So I hope you don't mind, DM. I am taking a look at the table.
Yeah,
Horn of Valhalla Iron is there.
I know. You could have gotten it, and at that point, it would have been like, well, fuck me, all right. Could have gotten a second deck of many things.
You mean a fourth? Technically?
Well, second deck of many things, not just variant of. Yeah, you could have also gotten. Yeah, I was hoping one of you would roll a 96 or a 98 because you would have gotten both of the items. Sphere of Annihilation and the Talisman.
Part of me just wants to like a just as we're like, okay, we gotta go to the next thing, and like Mythos just made, I'm like, okay, God, can we do something real quick before we have to leave to Carcery? What? Can I summon an elemental just to kill it to activate my ring?
Well,
Don't
I'm
fuck my
curious about asking the potential for maybe spend, I don't know, a week of downtime.
So Tosh can read it.
Vacation.
Yeah.
I mean, we can all just party in the mansion for a week. Yeah.
Yeah, you can literally create whatever you want. So if you want to create a beach, you can create an entire beach in that mansion. Correct?
Not to that extent. It still has to be a building.
Were you guys still going on? I asked for a break.
No.
We're just
No, no,
gonna-
no.
Just continuing to talk.
Oh, what the hell's up with the investigation roll then?
What
No, that was me
investigation
being
roll?
salty.
Oh.
So Myth. Did you say that we found everything on the list?
Yeah.
So who touched the Talisman of Ultimate Evil?
Let's be honest, it was probably Kundo.
Yeah.
When people
Well,
go for it, yeah.
Then somebody would have had to have touched it to identify it, though.
You don't have to touch something to identify it, do you?
Yeah, you do.
Identify
yeah,
as
identifies-
touch-based.
Well, who wants to touch it?
I'm not touching it.
If Kundo had found it, Zerali would have been the one to have touched it.
Well,
I mean, if he touches
I mean,
it and gets hurt, they know it's the right thing.
yeah. Actually, yeah, that's true. Okay. I gotta check something here in a minute.
And besides, pretty much anything that's magical that he finds, he's putting in the bag.
Put it in the bag.
Well, it needs to be identified in order to be able to know what it is, too.
I mean, literally anything that has a magical aura, since he's using Detect Magic, he's putting in the bag.
Okay.
They can sort out the stuff later.
That's not
Okay.
what we were doing, though. We were identifying things before putting them in the bag.
What was I checking?
Talisman
don't
of
know.
Ultimate Evil and what damage it deals to a creature upon touch.
Yeah, it's alignment based. Okay, Kundo, you take 33 points of necrotic damage as you touch the talisman.
Kundo takes no necrotic damage. Because reasons.
What? I know you have the ability, I just forget what it was. Was it one of the cards?
Yes. It's having a lot of resistance to necrotic damage.
Wow. Gotcha. Okay.
So would that mean
Wait.
he would even feel it trying to deal damage?
He would, because it would have made a faint pulse. But to no avail. Also, while searching, you all find off in a corner, or rather, Zerali and Kundo, you find a loot. It is constructed of very precious metals, strung strung with even more precious metals and laid with gems. It's ridiculously ornate, so you'd think it probably wouldn't be very effective, but surprisingly, it seems to be.
Wait, so we found a
And it
loot.
is, yeah, and it is radiating a. Oh wait, actually, why did I have the description for the item? I'm dumb. Why did I just make that up? Okay, so ignore what I said. I'm dumb. So the
Oh, he mentioned it.
yeah, I'm dumb. I forgot about this. So yeah, the loot is made of mahogany and gilded with gold and platinum. The strings are made of heartstring, but of something you don't know.
Okay, well then she's going to ritual cast identify on it then.
Okay. I will send you what it does.
Oh. I'm getting secrets, apparently.
You are getting secrets.
Secret.
Oh! Okay.
Care to share with the class?
I don't know if I'm allowed to or not.
No, you're allowed to.
Yeah,
That's up to Myth.
yeah, you can. You can. I don't care.
Tell us the truth.
Okay. Well, it requires attunement, and I think this might be better than the one I currently have that I got from Mythosia.
Possible.
What'd you
This-
find over there, Zarali?
It's a loot. I'd have to spend some time to attune to it, but I think this is better than what I have right now.
It is a very fancy one. Also, Kundo, you're just straight taking everything you can.
I mean, if something has a magical aura and it appears to be an actual enchanted item rather than just like this rock is for some reason magic.
Right.
This plain piece of rubble is just covered in a weird magical aura. Like unless it's like that, he's not taking it.
Okay.
But if it's like clearly a magical item, he's gonna pick it up and load it up.
Oh, Zarali would have grabbed that loot because instrument. So
Yeah, of course she's gonna take that. Zarali trifold with her 3 rapiers and 3 loots on her back.
Man,
Listen,
she must look
if you want to be
badass.
prepared.
He's playing drums on like some.
Okay. Okay, so Kundo wholesale takes fucking everything.
I got 500 pounds of carry weight in a sack on my side. I'm gonna use it.
Yeah. And you're gonna attempt to move the box.
Well, that was mostly just to see, like, if there appears to be something that's going to, if it's like gonna open up when we go to leave, classic trap style.
Okay. It seems pretty well bolted into the ground. It seems like it. You don't really know what it is. You can just tell it's radiating raw arcane power.
Can I get another
Alright.
look around?
You can give another look around, sure.
Just because I'm kind of sitting here handing stuff over to Thavmith.
Sure. Go ahead.
You already got an item.
Poor Neri.
5.
Investigation just hates me tonight.
You see, yeah, you're looking around, but you seem to be following Kundo after he's been just ripping everything of potential value off the shelves. So
I go back to playing my crate drums.
Yeah, you're unfortunately not finding much.
Should we even bother seeing what's in this crate?
What one?
I
The big one.
I think we should. I think I should take a closer look.
If that's the arcane battery, I want to just blow you up.
That's why I'm not opening it immediately.
Kundo slowly puts his axe down.
Maybe we should just leave well enough alone.
No.
Yeah, we still have to find a way back up out of the one time.
Without opening the box, can Thav analyze around the box and the magic he's perceiving from it in some way to indicate, okay, there's some form of arcane trap or trigger, or has this battery already gone off and this crate is the only line of defense between us and utter annihilation?
I mean, you could just identify it.
Sure.
Look, you can do this whole complex thing and leave it to chance, or you can just identify it and just
Cast Identify on the crate.
you cast identify on it.
Well, you're saying either I look at it over thoroughly, which probably going to do that first before risking casting magic on it.
Okay, then roll your Arcana check. You can't discern anything about it. The raw magical energy coming off of it is too strong.
Mayhap Zerali could take a look since she's not being quite as blind.
I mean, I can. Although my Arcana is not near as good as Thav's.
It might be a case of where seeing less might help you.
True. So she'll, I guess, Arcana check then.
Okay.
Alright.
That's
22.
better.
It seems like whatever magical energy is stored in here is probably the residuum, and it doesn't really have anywhere to go, so causing any damage to it might cause it to rupture violently.
It's just residual. Just trying to break it could backfire very, very badly.
Then we found what we needed and probably move on.
Yes.
I agree.
Best to leave well enough alone.
I'm gonna kill an air.
Is that Neri? Neri
What?
talking shit?
Talking shit!
I didn't hear what you said. Yeah, I didn't hear what you
I'm
said.
gonna go.
I was like,
I'm
talking
gonna
shit?
kill an air elemental.
Okay.
Gundo's going to give the Master Iron Stone to Neri.
Oh.
I got you a rock.
She's a druid. If anyone would appreciate a rock, it would be her.
I know.
Damn
I'm
it.
just being a dick. I'm just being a
It's
dick.
it's a rock! A great, beautiful rock!
Hey, ion stones are actually rather pretty, so you
They
know.
are,
Yeah.
man.
And it's
That
green.
one's very good.
It's green like me.
Oh.
You make all of your spells better and all of your attacks more potent.
Oh yeah, fuck. That's good for any of these
Mhm.
spellcasters.
And she, when she takes a
Stealthy
swim,
can get
she'll
22.
lean up and kiss his.
Oh.
And you consider us the lovebirds.
At least I don't rub it in your face, Seven. God, you guys are gross with it. I love you both, I really do, but
She is right. It is pretty excessive.
And
Oh, come off it.
from the echoing void, Barbald, what do you expect?
Well,
Just
yeah,
Kundo
screw you.
behind Nerian's.
Shut up, God.
Nerian.
Yeah, that is true. Bards will sleep with anything that moves.
Hey!
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
Oh.
now that's
Oh,
completely
yeah,
out of
yeah.
line.
That's classist.
Paradise, I'm sorry, but that's
That's
out
rude.
of line.
Paradise, do you regret what you said?
He has a shitty grin on his face.
Okay. You take 4 smug damage.
I'm gonna
If you
smack him
regret it-
upside the head.
If you regretted it, it was going to be 4 guilt damage.
I'm just gonna slap him on the head.
It was a
Okay.
jest, okay? It was just a
Let's go.
jest.
I don't
I'm
know what
sorry.
I don't know what bards
Are
you've
you-
met in the past, but I'm not like that.
Are you
Neither of
saying
us
that
are
it's
like
just
that.
a prank, bro?
Yeah, it's just a prank, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, roll another 2d6.
Fuck!
Moving on.
Oh,
Stalactite just hits Paradise.
oh, the joke damage. You gotta love it.
He said 80 times over.
And Paradise slowly dissolves into a puddle before you. You're not sure.
Oh no, no, it would not be slow. It would just be no.
Anyway,
He's
moving
disappeared.
on.
Yes.
Anyways, okay, so with the room cleared of most of its valuables and the arcane battery seemingly dealt with, what y'all gonna do now? Y'all gonna leave?
It is
Yeah,
dealt
yeah,
with in the sense of we didn't bother it.
We're gonna go back up.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Somebody hand out.
Yeah. It does not seem that there's an alternate path, but via the hole you fell down, so y'all can fly up that.
Yeah, Kundo will reattach the rope and be the anchor point at the bottom after taking Neri up to the top.
Alright, yeah, Mary's set herself up at the top.
Kundo wants to be at the bottom for the potential chance that that battery decides to be a dick and blows everyone out into the open air.
So, who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
What? We're not getting any younger people.
Alright, I'll go.
Hey, I just said I'll go.
Oh.
Alright.
Do you
Yeah,
want to do rock, paper,
yeah,
scissors?
Just to expedite all this crap, because unless y'all want to have character,
I don't really think there's anything that we can do that would be character moment stuff right
Yeah.
now.
I don't think so
Uh,
either.
There's just the asking of then who's going to end up killing Valexion.
Okay, yeah. So we can resolve that, but we'll say that you're outside of Alexion's door.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, there. Oh.
Paradise gets to experience his first snuggle flight. Which
You
is
are very
essentially
lucky
where
that you
everyone
have.
stands in front of Kundo and he wraps his arms around all of them and just starts flying.
Where are the icons? I can't find them on the map. Where would they be?
They be nowhere except for Kundo and the monk.
Nope, they've begun.
Oh,
Their
even
eternal
Kundo and the
struggle
monk are
has
coming
ended.
down.
Please don't talk at the
Their eternal struggle has ended.
same time.
Alright, so before we go in there, who's going?
If I
can
put
perform the
his-
last strike. That
if
someone
I
needs
put
to-
his wife to rest and oh god,
Oh god!
What the fuck?
Man,
Oh, hi, Necropolis.
sorry
Huh,
for
don't get-
sorry for like the ear screeching, but that like legitimately scared me.
I just had a very terrible theory. I just had a very terrible memory of
I mean-
Necropolis.
I did that to Friday game last week.
God damn it.
I put in a star spawn and 3 beholders behind a trap, or not. They weren't traps, but they were dead ends.
Hmm,
But anyways,
okay. Kundo, would you mind giving me the dagger?
Just without a word, Kundo takes it out of the bag and hands it to him.
I put his wife to... Yes. I put his wife to rest. And I will help him meet her so that they can be together.
This
He
is
made a promise to all the myth.
That's the nicest thing we can
Make
do.
sure to keep it.
I will.
if you're sure. And she'll pat him on the arm, and I don't know if it's mostly for fluff. I'm going to give him a bardic inspiration.
okay.
I don't know if it's needed, but he's got it. So if he needs that extra 1d12 to roll, he's got it.
All right, let's go in. And Harry will push open the door.
All right.
And Dov will walk in holding the dagger. Valexion, we've returned.
Be back.
He does turn to face you. So you have Industria.
Yeah, we did.
We met her, and unfortunately, we met her in a few ways. But I've laid her spirit to rest. And I'm here to fulfill a promise I made to you and to her. That you can both be peaceful in the afterlife together.
Did you write down the last rites?
Yes.
And
I imagine he hands me the paper.
Yeah. He as character did. I as DM didn't, because I didn't have anything.
And for sake
Well, yeah.
of brevity, can just say that Neri performs what is written down for her.
Yeah, I figure it would have been just like sake of brevity. It's more so like a thing just as spirits go to rest. Normally, that's what.
Mhm.
At least that's what
Have
Neri.
you... Have you made considerations on my question? How do you want your story told? Do you wish to be told as you told it to us? Or is there something that you wish to be included with your story?
Just simply to make sure that it is clear. As positive as passion might be, it can bring one to their own ruin as well. In the quest for love, you could destroy that which you loved. Send yourself to your own doom.
I understand. I'll take care to make sure that the message to not mix love and recklessness, to not be blinded by your passion and risk losing everything. I'll make sure that as the story gets told, that message is clear. And it's a message that I might have to learn myself.
And it's good you learn it now, before you lose that which you love. And his eyes very faintly flicker over to Zarali and back.
I think
Thav holds the dagger in front of him, his arms shaking, but stays himself. Velexion, stand as you once did, as a warrior, a fighter, and as one who knew how to love.
Where he was sitting, he stands and he grabs his blade and turns it down, impaling it into the ground, and he actually does, causing the stone to crack.
Velexion, have you any last words before you are brought to spend eternity with your love?
Hold and hear testament to the last words of Velexion. To those you love, make sure they know, and hold them dearly. You may never know when the cruel whims of fate will take them from you. Keep your heads high, and know that with the powers of all you have combined, you shall not fall to any foe of this world or the next, or even that beyond.
We hear your last words. We hear your testament. It is now time for you to join those who you have so missed. And Thav, steadying himself for one more time, will thrust the dagger into Velexion's chest.
Yeah, and it like, he just sort of begins to faintly shudder and begins to shrink in size. And does also begin to bleed. And as he begins to shrink, his skin begins to acquire a pallor to it. And he just sort of nods slowly. Thank you. Thank you for everything.
May the eternity in the next grant you what you've lost in this. Farewell.
And he just slumps over, expiring.
Thav's gonna fall to his knees, hand covering his mouth.
Are you still looking forward? Or are you looking
He'll-
like down towards the ground?
He'll fall, but keep his eyes towards Valexion and towards the forward, but focused on Valexion.
Slightly above his form, you begin to see his spirit rising, and that of Astrius meeting it. And both rise towards the ceiling and disappear.
May you have the closure with the one you cherish and love. May you have the closure with the friends that you had. That which I could not with the friend I had.
Once sees the spirits go, Nero read what she was given. His last right body. Yeah. Putting a hand on Thalamis' shoulder.
As you finish his last rites, his body begins to slowly, burn away into embers of light.
So,
It's
So-
really
Thav will
sorry.
sorry.
No,
Thav will
okay.
force himself. Sorry.
Okay, let's have Neri speak first.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
With her hand still kind of on his shoulder. Look at him and go. I saw my mentor. East. I saw my mentor. Dandelion. She isn't dead as far. It's really hard to see. She's like a third mother to you. She'd
Andy, you
That's-
keep cutting out.
Ah!
Might
Sorry.
need to
Okay,
change
how's
your
this?
mic sensitivity.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, give me 1 second.
Just that, yeah, it's when you start getting quieter is when you cut out. Okay.
Okay. Wait, hold. This my word. I'm sorry, guys. Mic problems.
It
That's
happens.
all right.
No worries.
It's really hard to see somebody who's been like a third mother to you. Wish that you've been dead. And I don't know how you felt, but it was complete and utter shit. So I understand if you need some time. And she's going to walk back to Kundo and just stand next to him.
Is Valexion's body kind of still there as it's is it still dissipating?
Yeah, it's like semi-corporeal at this point.
As it's dissipating, Thav will force himself to a stand and give a salute as Valexion's body continues to disappear.
Paradise takes out one of his feathers and just kind of puts it on where Flexion's body used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Kundo's just going to mutter something under his breath before just looking over the scene.
Thav and Zarali, roll me a perception check. At advantage.
Okay.
Ooh. 17.
34.
Oh, jeez. You got twice me.
Yeah, you did. Both of you feel something enter your pockets. You didn't quite feel before. It feels like paper, like a note or something.
Fitch.
Okay.
Thav will, after taking a bit of a moment to breathe to himself, he's going to pull out the whatever he felt in his pocket.
Yeah, Zorali's gonna do the same. It's just like little piece of paper.
You guys got something.
You got mail.
Yeah, they did, specifically because of what they are.
Oh,
Because they're bards?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh,
what is it that we got?
They did
it
not
appears
show
to
it.
be a poem.
I'm assuming it's being sent to both of us then.
Yeah, it's displayed on your screen.
Oh shit! I had Discord up. I'm sorry.
No.
I thought it was gonna be.
Nope. No, it's a handout. I just shared it to you guys.
Okay.
You're the only two that know of it right now.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Thav will kind of look up to where he last saw Valexion. I'll make sure that these words are spoken as to whoever would listen.
Yep.
And he's then going to lower his head. Tears start streaming down his cheeks. He's going to turn and slowly walk towards Zarali.
While he's doing that, she's putting the piece of paper back in her pocket, and she'll just look up at him.
She sees his eyes completely filled with tears on near breakdown.
She'll just hold her arms out to him, because, like, I would assume she can clearly tell he needs a hug.
Oh yes, he definitely needs a hug.
You should get going. The rift is bound to destroy itself soon.
Yes, I know.
Do note his blade and his gauntlet are still present. It's just his
actually
people
getting ready
flesh
to
body
describe
that disappeared.
Can I go over to the blade and look at it?
Yeah, I was
And,
just gonna ask
like-
the same thing. They're gonna go with Neri and look at it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to pull it out
Okay.
of the ground.
Gundo's going to go
Make
over to
me
the
a
gauntlet.
strength check.
Paradise, are you gonna help?
Sure.
Okay, so at advantage.
Roll advantage.
You didn't fucking need it.
Oh god. Well.
Alright.
Go Neri! Go Neri!
Yeah, where
That was
where
a
the
strength
blade
save.
was, yeah, but
Damn it!
yeah, where the blade was once black with red light, it is now turning back to the gold with white that you saw before, and he embedded this fucker pretty deep. But between the two of you, you managed to wrench it out.
I just
You're
want to
doing
think
most
that
of the work.
Yeah, I just
Okay.
want to think that Neri's doing all the work.
Well, Dark, the way that the assisted works is that you assisting just means that one person rolls with advantage, but since Andy got a nat 20, that's how
Yeah.
that's flavor wise how the nat 20 happened is Paradise was assisting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, you managed to wrench this blade out of the ground.
What kind of blade?
It would be a great sword. if not for the fact that it was even larger than that.
Holy shit.
That's a big
It-
sword.
Valexion was a big dude.
Yeah.
How big was Valexion in comparison to Kundo? He was bigger than Kundo, right?
Yeah, he was in effect a large creature.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he hovered
Something
somewhere.
interesting about the
somewhere around.
gauntlet.
Paradise
12,
looks
13 feet.
sorry.
Other than its size and its composition, not specifically. It is just a single one, but it's less a gauntlet and more just a full arm piece.
Hmm.
This is not me being selfish from a metagame perspective, but does it look like Kundo would be the only one that could wear that type of thing?
Based on how big Valexion was, yeah.
And even then, I imagine it's probably a bit of a stretch.
Yeah, like you could probably get it refit to fit anybody, but the one that's the easiest to get it fit to would be Kundo, just based on the fact that Kundo is also pretty ripped. Next would probably be Neri.
Yeah, but anyways, I was actually just gonna say that. I was just gonna. Paradise just looks to Neri, and I feel like that'd look really good on Kundo, don't you think?
But I pulled the sword out.
Can you hold? Oh well, if you want the sword, then I just—it's a pretty big sword, is all.
I will train myself to use it.
Fair enough.
So I can train you to use it, Neri.
Yes.
I don't think those with the druidic sword can wield metal armor, though.
I don't want the. I
Nope.
don't want the gun. I want the sword.
Fair enough.
I just want the sword.
I
See what
imagine
that's-
the whole time that's been going on, it's like Zerali's been holding and comforting Thavamith.
Mm-hmm.
Just the two hugging each other.
Paradise just looks.
Oh, there it is.
I find it, from like an out of character perspective, I always find it interesting the dichotomy between the two very emotional bards, and then the barbarian and druid, and now Herodias as well.
The ranger.
In the back, yeah, in the ranger, just in the background, just being like, ooh.
Shiny.
Neri calls over to.
Neri, what's your strength score?
15.
Okay.
Do not dash my hopes, Myth.
We'll see. We'll see.
Okay, as what they're doing is coming to a close, Raleigh is going to just wipe some of the tears off of, if any have fallen, she's going to wipe some of the tears off of Thav's face and just say to him, we should probably get going. We don't know when this rift is going to close now that we've done what we came here to do.
You're right. Thought of remembering what Valexion said about making sure that those who you love know. I was going to give a kiss to Zerali right on the lips.
Oh.
Guys,
Oh, not this again.
Neri's calling over to them as she's holding the sword. Guys.
Paradise just leaves the room.
It's not a long kiss, just a short one.
Like a peck on the lips kind of thing.
Yeah. Yes.
Raleigh, Thav, look. She's holding the sword that was once impaled in the ground.
Like, Zerali sees that and just like, very well done.
Paradise help.
15-pound sword.
Gives a thumbs up.
I have powerful build too.
My goodness, that's a very heavy sword.
Yeah, that is a very heavy sword.
It is a massive fucking sword. The fact that he could wield it in one hand without too much trouble tells you how powerful he was.
It's more than just power. It's also also indicates just how tough his body was to withstand all the inertia constantly.
Oh,
Yeah.
Maybe I can have Myth make it more my size. I don't know. It's heavy.
You could.
Kiri, are
You
you
could also-
sure you would want to
could also
be
get-
wielding a sword like that?
Thought. I can't always rely on my magic. And I've learned that if I'm going to do anything in battle of worth, that I always can't retreat into the more base forms of what I know. I have to be present. I have to be here in battle, and I have to be ready to defend.
Just saying, turning into an earth elementals has previously worked out very good for you.
But I'm not able to heal you if I'm an earth elemental.
We'll see when
Sla- Slapping you does not count as healing.
Neri, it's smart what you're saying. It is.
Thank you.
Anyway,
Let's go.
we should get going. Spoils in tow. We've got a fetch list to return.
Yes.
You do.
So
Okay,
off
so
out of the
you'll-
rift to meet back up with Patton we go.
All right. Yep. So you file out of the rift, rank and file, and behind you the door or the portal slowly shifts shut, and you're greeted with the familiar sight of Bessie and Patton on top. Just, hey, you guys made it out.
Yeah,
Pat, with
and-
your sword.
Whoa, everybody talking at once. Don't do that.
Oh,
Sorry.
sorry.
Look, I may be a devil, but I can't understand y'all speaking at once.
Well, you can probably guess from the lack of energies flowing. We were successful.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
it
can
was-
see that y'all made it out alive.
Yes, was fun. You should have joined us. There were spirits and a bunch of magic stuff that
Look at
you
my
could have
sword.
totally grabbed something to improve Bessie.
Yeah, it's true. There was a lot of interesting stuff in that rift.
I have a sword.
Well, up and down.
The gentle just, I have a sword.
Yeah.
You're all excited.
Anyway,
You're excited that she has a sword.
shall we take Bessie back to the boss?
Yep, seems like a good idea.
That's an idea. Let's do it.
Zorali will
Yep.
just kind of look over at her sister and be like, "Didn't you want to see Red Abishis on the way back?"
I did. I don't know if we should keep Asmodeus waiting with all of his stuff though.
Fair point.
Do you know of a way to do a detour that wouldn't take too much time?
Excellent question. Yeah, I think I know it. Well, get up. We got places to go and people to see.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
I also got people to go to and places to see. But they all clamber up onto Bessie.
Paradise gets on Bessie.
Yeah.
Of remembering what happened last time they went through the portals to different layers of hell is going to stay on the inside.
Wise idea. Yep.
Oh
So
shit.
you all,
Zorali's gonna be inside as well because she just. Oh boy,
Here,
that was.
Paradise
gonna
goes
put-
inside as well.
I'm gonna sit inside with my sword at my feet.
Okay. Yep. So
and my
you
feet
all.
on top of the sword.
Okay. So you all enter Bessie, and you all swing by the first layer of hell, where you can do some Abishai watching.
Neri is eagerly at the window looking.
And on your left, you see some abaches torturing some imps over there.
And on the right, oh shit, that is a red versus a white. Hold on.
Hold on, I gotta take a picture of this one. You don't see that very often.
And
Hold
anybody
on.
who's close enough to Neri can hear her going, "I will soon be one of these."
Well, watch that. Okay, let's go.
Yes. And Neri will go back
After
and
that,
sit.
and after that, you all swing back down to Nessus, into the Citadel of Asmodeus, and Patton, as y'all are getting off, just like, well, this is as far as we're gonna go together, but fun. Ain't often I get to do a bit of sightseeing in my job. Usually it's just watching for fucking Jenkins and his buddies.
Jenkins?
Remember the big creature in the dance hall?
Ah, yes.
Yeah,
Sorry,
fuck
there's
that
so much happened in that rift. It slipped my mind temporarily.
Nah, it's whatever. Nope. In any case,
Thank you for the ride, Patton.
I hope we meet
Yeah.
again.
I don't mean this rudely, but I really don't hope that I end up seeing you after I die.
well, I mean, if you're seeing me, that's probably a bad thing. So, well, that's fair. Most people like y'all don't end up seeing me after death, so.
It was nice to meet you.
Yeah, and he just sort of waves and then backs up and just starts driving off.
I'm just picturing just a, all right, you kids have fun now. Yeah!
Just drives into the sunset.
On top of a fire engine.
Technically, Hellfire engines are supposed to be sentient creatures of their own. Or not sentient, but they're supposed to be creatures of their own. Just Patton built this one so it doesn't have its own ability. It's basically permanent dominate monster.
So we should go see Asmodeus now.
Well, you just said his name, so he'd probably be here any second now.
Well,
so what was that about not saying names?
Yeah. I mean, he's
we're
not
gonna see
wrong.
him. Well, it saves us the time. If we bring him over here, then
Or if he suddenly shuttles us to his domain.
exactly. It's not like I said someone else's name. Looks at Neri.
Listen, you're in her domain.
Either way.
Well, you all seem to have returned in one piece, and I presume with their stuff.
Yes,
Let's not waste any time. Let's get inside and get somewhere where people aren't listening.
All right.
Yes. Lead the way, sir.
Yeah. He just snaps his fingers, and you're all in the study.
Oh yay, the study full of all the law books again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So would you like to see my law book?
I
I
got
still
plenty.
I still want to make a fiend warlock that's just a lawyer. He has a name for a paralegal.
State's Attorney Asmodeus.
I
Yeah.
showed you my law books. Please respond.
All right, we've held to our end of the bargain as best we can. The rift, as you can probably tell, has been closed off now. And Kundo, would you care to show him the items of the list we found?
Kudo just jumped in the bag all over the table.
And everything else we found as per the agreement Thav will pull out the extra Scarab of Protection.
Mm-hmm.
I put down the ring of Aaron to command, and the 15-pound sword.
It's
And
really
that
Wait, was the rain I found the mirror rain? Was that on the list?
no, it's
It
It
wasn't
was
on the
on the
list,
Okay,
but
was
the
it- okay.
agreement is to provide him anything that we found,
so he can look
and
at
he,
it beforehand.
and
I
he
put
takes what's on the list.
I put the rain because I didn't really find much.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and then Kudo in the corner, like, for 3 minutes.
No, Kuno just goes up to the desk, like flies up so he's at level with it, and just starts taking things out of the bag.
It's like that scene from Sinbad.
Just and a quiver full of Bahamut sling arrows, a birch of shielding, a 6x9-foot carpet. This was a hard thing to put in there. Cloak of invisibility, crystal ball of telepathy, cubic gate, Ifriti chain, holy avenger, mirror of life trapping, purple maul, your scepter, well of many worlds. Touch the thing. Ow! Here's a talisman. And then continues to dump out whatever else he found in there.
And Zerali will set down the loot and the rapier she found as well, because the deal was we have to at least show the things to him.
Right. Alright, then.
I imagine the rest of the things Kundo found are just a bunch of random odds and ends of magical items.
Yeah.
And the Ion Stone.
Yeah, I put it down.
Yeah. Well, alright, you found everything on this list. Scanning through. High or low? Just anybody.
Hi.
Hello.
Sure.
Alright. Got beaten to it.
50.
I mean, technically that's high for rounding up.
If you do any rounding, it's high.
That's right in the middle. So no matter what you went with, you would have gotten it. Okay.
Perfect.
Roll me 1d10 plus 3.
Who?
Anybody?
I got it.
I'll roll.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so we'll go with the 8.
Herodias got in first, so.
Oh. It was a high roll.
It was. That's amazing. That's amazing. I love it.
Let's see what we get.
So yeah, let's see what else Kundo pulls out of the bag.
Yeah.
Hello?
Ooh, boy.
Yeah. Hey.
What's going on?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Oh, fuck. Alright. Jesus.
I think he was looking up what was rolled.
Yeah. Fuck. Alright. Oh no, it's 1d3. $80. Wow, okay. $37. Can that actually be used by anybody? Because if not, that's going to be real bad. That's going to be real sad.
We're getting a bunch of items anyway. Even if it's something none of us can use, we still have all the rest.
Well, there's something I can use that I really want.
No, you guys rolled a Staff of the Magi.
Oh.
But none of you
None of us
use
can
it.
use that.
That was unfortunate.
That kind of sucks.
True, but if we have it, we can trade it for a favor from either our friendly neighborhood Asmodeus or our friendly neighborhood God of Knowledge Mythosia.
That's true. Now I need to roll
And
3
also-
more. You rolled things you already have.
And also, keep in mind that on the sidelines we do have a wizard.
Yeah, we've got Batty somewhere.
And
Oh
I'll-
yeah, that's right.
well, that depends as well if Batty's ever able to rejoin the campaign before it ends, which.
Son of a bitch.
I mean, from a thematic story point of view.
Well, yeah, there's that, but I mean, if Batty's unable to come in
Son
and
of a
come back in
bitch.
to play Tramp.
Maybe we should check up with him at some point. Just see how things are going.
Nah,
Yeah.
fuck it. Fuck it. I want you guys to have this. Just dumb.
Okay.
Oh, is this the staff he's
I'm-
giving it?
So far,
No.
Kundo has pulled out a large, ornate staff from the bag.
I imagine that of all these items, Asmodeus would go, okay, yeah, that's that, that's that, that's that.
I should re-roll those 3. You guys found like 3 different things that were on Asmodeus's list.
Mm-hmm. You should be his favorite people by now.
There you have that.
Debatable.
Well, you said we
Yeah,
found
that's
all the
fine.
things that were on the list.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
think it means like duplicates.
Extra ones.
Yeah. Nah, screw it. Find some dumb shit. Does that have to be heavy armor? I think it does. Damn it, it does.
Okay.
I'm
Magic gifts from a devil. Woo-hoo.
The devil's gift.
While this, just for sake of something to go on while this is happening, Myth, can I ask for, people, the party to roll a perception check on Zerali with Thav and Neri getting advantage?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, Neri makes it. Wow, Kundo made it. Thav made it. Paradise, sadly you don't, but you don't know her as well as everybody else does, so that actually make the DC I set in my head was 15.
God damn it!
Okay, what you guys would notice about her, those of you who made it, is that Zerali is just being very quiet and very contemplative, and she has a look on her face that's somewhere between confusion and upset.
Thav will reach down and grab her hand. Is something the matter? Is it part of your request?
Related to that, before I let out that spell, I think one of the specters was taking on the guise of my birth mother. I can't be for certain, though. I don't know what she looks like.
What do you mean that they appeared to you as a tiefling like yourself?
Yes, but there were differences. Her hair was darker, her horns were bigger. She was taller than me.
Okay, this list.
Well, huh?
Kundo just looking at the shield that got pulled out.
You could, well, this is the
Fucking rolled it.
this is the time.
I already put in my request, though, of it's... I'll at least find out her name. That's good enough.
Also, how did Kundo even touch a sphere of annihilation?
Let's be fair, Kundo touches a lot of things. I assume it was probably in some sort of container that can hold it.
Yeah.
Can Thav call dibs on the horn?
I mean, it's not an attunement.
Actually, now I think of it, it's probably best that Kundo have it.
Otherwise, they're hostile to you.
Yep.
Hey, well, at least Neri got a new ring that isn't air elemental.
Yes,
but it's
but
another
it's fire.
elemental ring. Neri's just staring at the ring like, is this my day? Like, does the world hate me right now?
you know, it would be funny if Neri ended up collecting all 4 of them, even though I don't think you can. I think they're all attunement.
They're all
Yeah, they're
attunement.
all
are.
I can't
They
even. With the 2 things that Kundo gave me, Neri wants to use the Iron Stone. I don't know if I'm gonna be. I only have 2. I only have 1 attunement slot open then, because of my necklace of the primordials.
And all my attunement slots are used up too. Curse you, attunement!
Because isn't the amulet of the primordials attuned, like attuned base?
Yep.
Yeah.
And the Master's
And
Blade,
then-
was that attuned?
Yep.
Yeah, all the items that the deity Mythosia gave the party were attunement.
Actually, hold on. I'm gonna edit one of these.
Okay.
What is... Anything you guys wouldn't want from this?
Sphere of Annihilation. Probably.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
And I'm not looking forward to getting another Ring of Elemental Control. That's
Okay,
at least
well,
me.
Well, hey,
You don't want it.
Herodias or someone else could use it.
Yeah.
Like I said, Armor, that's just me.
I don't know what I need. What I might want.
Actually, yeah.
What's the
I'll edit that
harmonizer
too.
Lombo?
I will give you its stats in a moment.
Kundo is specifically eyeing the belt of Storm Giant Strength and the the Spell Guard shield.
I imagine the whole entire party is just pushing that belt towards Kundo.
Yeah, Kundo's gonna get fucking ripped.
I'm assuming the items we found that weren't on the initial list, that those have been handed back to us or something.
Sorry, Dan.
You cut out, Danny.
Sorry.
It's all good. Yeah,
Ice.
yeah, the items on that list have been.
I just noticed the name of this list.
Ah ha ha. But
Pen.
but
Sorry.
what I had asked was the items that we had found that were not on either list, I assume, have been given back to us.
They have not.
Oh, okay.
I don't even think these items that are on this list have been given back to us. He's just giving us a list so we can know what's on it.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, it's mostly just, well, these are the things we have left. Yeah, the items that you'd had acquired previously are also technically on that list.
So, like the Iron Stone and all?
Yeah.
Ion Stone, Scarab of Protection. mm,
The only one that isn't is the loot.
But I handed that over. I handed
Yeah, you hand it over. He looked at it and just, I don't know what this is, but this seems more valuable to you than it does to me. And he handed it back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but he
We're
still got
s-
the rapier then too that she had found.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're waiting on his decision for that.
Rapier. And environmental control, I installed an mastery luck rapier. What else was found? Oh yeah, the stair protection.
Iron Stone Mastery and the
Protection.
Ring of Spell Turning.
Yeah, that's the last one.
Asmodeus, while you're counting over everything, could you fill Zarali's request?
I don't mind waiting if he needs to focus on what he's doing, Thav.
I just want to make sure that it wouldn't accidentally be forgotten, and it's something that seems to be bothering you.
It's not so much bothering me as I've just been thinking about it is all.
Davamith. There's a saying that I picked up in my travels that a devil never forgets their dues, and I really don't think Asmodeus is going to forget his part of the deal.
Yes. So, from this list, from all the things that you've provided to me, I'm afraid I will be taking some. However, I will not be taking my portion until you've taken yours. From these, each of you can select 2.
Ooh.
Okay, out of character, does Zarali still get to pick 2 because she still has the loot, or does she only get to pick 1?
I would say Zarali gets to pick 1 because she gets the loot.
Okay, that's fair.
Curse you, Myth.
You're welcome.
I picked the
Curse you.
Iron Stone.
Okay.
Because I see a number of items here that are good, but require attunement. And the one item I see here that I really would want out of character, does not require attunement, but Thav can't use it.
Kundo will take if no one opposes this, the Belt of the Storm Giant Strength and the Iron Horn of Valhalla.
Cool.
Well, seeing my top choice isn't there.
I did just say if no one stops him.
Yeah,
He's
no.
not going to take his items if someone else wants.
I don't think anybody else can use the Iron Horn.
No.
Well, no.
But anyone can use the belt.
Herodias can.
I don't
Actually
need
use
it.
the belt for the. Okay.
I want the invisibility ring and the longbow.
Okay. Let me grab this. stats and I'll send
Thav
it
will
to
grab the studded leather armor,
you. Okay.
and let me just look up what a lot of Lordly Might does.
It does a
Uh,
lot of things.
It does a lot of things, but most of the weapon properties of it are strength based. No, actually, the button 1 is a flame tongue, but it doesn't specify what kind of sword it is. So it could be a flame tongue right here. Unless flame tongue is only a sword of a.
Flame tongue can be a rapier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it could be a flame tongue rapier.
Add another DM gave a player a flame tongue rapier when they were a rogue.
There's also
Yeah,
flame tongue daggers.
That's true.
I think that's what
No.
Kajikiri on Unexpectables is supposed to be, as a flame tongue dagger.
That's exactly what Kachikiri is.
Damn.
I motioned for Zarali to pick first, as Mary's just holding nine. So
You are roboting real bad, but I heard that you're waiting for Zarali to pick first.
Yeah, she wants you to go first.
I'm
Give me
trying to
one.
think of what Zarali would even want to take. It would help if I could see all of what everybody else had already
Oh,
picked.
Everyone else's items have been highlighted as they've been taking them.
Well,
No, a couple of them got overrided.
Hmm?
The ones for Kundo got overridden when Herodias added his in.
Oh, well, no.
That was just because I said I'm gonna wait till everyone else takes their items before I take mine.
Okay.
well, I can guarantee you Zarali's not taking the storm giant thingy. Because,
She don't want to be a
Zorali
buff.
could be- Yeah, Zorali could be buff as fuck.
no.
She'd be buff girl.
No, that's Buff Mom's job.
Do you
Yeah.
lift pro?
Oh yeah, I was getting the harmonizer for. You know,
Like-
technically a longbow shouldn't be a harmonizer, but fuck it.
I guess not really knowing what else to do, Zarali will just take the rapier that she had found herself in the thing, so the luck rapier.
Okay. Where are my magic items?
So Neri needs to pick one more,
yeah, and then Kundo gets his too.
and Thav needs to pick one more.
Well, Neri's gonna wait until at least Thav picks, so she doesn't pick something he wants.
Mm,
Though Neri will kind of gently push the ring of Spelltorn towards him, saying, "You could probably use that very much."
towards Thav?
Yeah, she's like kind of like nudging the ring towards him. You could really use that.
But I already have the scarab. Its effects won't be as potent as if someone else were to have it. Plus, I still have my father's ring. I don't want to.
You have. Do you have one hand?
Yes, and I have a weapon that's very useful for me. For Kundo, Thav will grab the Spellguard shield so that Kundo can have it.
Yeah, the two that I stated for Kundo stand the Belt of Storm Giant Strength and the Iron Horn of Valhalla.
Somebody pick Harlow.
Hi.
I am Pikai.
Alright. Neri will then take the Ring of Elemental Control.
Okay.
Scare protection would be useful, but everyone else has
Alright.
things that they want more, and Dov can't use it.
Yeah. Alright, so the
You
Rod
could've
of
made it.
Lordly Might, the Iron
could've-
Flask, the Staff of the Magi, Sky of Protection, and the Ring of Self Turning are all going to Asmodeus.
I mean, you could have like made a like an argument towards one of them to take it, but
People made their choices.
Okay.
And Dov will give the spell guard shield to Kundo. Here. It seemed like you were eyeing for this.
alright. At least that part of the deal settled.
Ash, if you were trying to speak, we couldn't hear you.
Kundo's just drawing a bit of a pause. Thank you, Thopmeth. You didn't have to do that.
I didn't. But there are multiple things that you didn't have to do that you did. So this is just one way I can say thank you.
Very well. And the party would notice Kundo being very hesitant about taking this item. Specifically when he looks at his arm where he always keeps his other shield strapped to.
Neri's gonna look at Kundo and go, like I said, curse doesn't have to be bared by one person. Besides, don't you think it's time to turn over a new leaf before you go face Aerith Naxos?
This curse isn't going to leave me, Neri.
Oh, I fully know that it's not going to.
It's just strange to know that I'm not going to be carrying our insignia anymore.
Well, your insignia, the one that always forces me to shoot you.
No, it's not that. But when we have some, at least time where we're not actively going to seek out our own deaths, I could probably copy the insignia onto your new shield.
We'll have to see.
Alright.
I mean, magic such as that aren't too terribly difficult to replicate. I could probably do some sort of combination of the two. Imbue the spell warding into your shield, so you don't have to lose the insignia of what you once were.
I already know that you're very proficient in the combination of items, Asmodeus. Kundo just pats his bag.
Indeed.
Mary's giving Kundo a look.
Then I shall leave it to you, Asmodeus.
Well, you've done me a great service here, and well, between what she recovered from me and what else she found and allowed me to keep, I'm feeling a bit generous, shall we say.
Generous, you say?
Let's not push it.
Well,
I'm
as
just
I'm-
curious, is all.
so I'm well acquainted, and as you are as well. The mortal soul can only handle so much magic being infused into it before it cannot accept another. I believe this is what you would call attunement to a magical item. I know of ways to increase the mortal soul's limit to doing so. Admittedly, so do others. The deity Mythosia, which I know you are acquainted of, may do so as well, though a bit more reticent to do so.
And so you're offering to increase the amount of magic items we can bind to ourselves? At what cost?
As I've said, you've done this for me with honestly quite little asking of me, despite maybe a bit of a amusing jest, as he looks at Herodias. You've recovered more than I expected you to. So, let's say this would be a final favor.
In
That's
Lord Asmodeus, in conjunction with this gift you are willing to impart on us, could I ask you a question about the enchantment you place on my armor?
very well. What would you like to know about it?
Is it just the normal enchantment that I've seen for this type of thing? And here he's kind of like looking at her arm where the red is kind of coursing through the night sky. Is there something else I should be aware of?
Well, when I enchanted it, a bit of a wild magic found itself into the enchantment. I'm not quite entirely sure what it may end up doing. Unfortunately for that, you might have to ask Mephistopheles, but he's much more reticent to share his magical secret. As far as I know, whenever you would experience a particularly effective attack against you is when the magic would activate. As far as what it does, I'm not.
Here you go, bow. Thank you.
For name, I don't remember out of character if you actually had a name for her or not.
Denny?
Yes, I did, and I had sent it to you.
Okay, I don't remember it because I'm dumb.
Okay, well, just
But,
so the sake that you can say it, I will
yeah.
send it to you again real fast.
Danke.
If I could spell it correctly.
Spell words, good, yes.
There it is.
Your mother was a woman by the name of Zespira. Did not know her myself, but apparently she was a noble woman, one who ascended beyond what her bloodline should have sent her to.
Zespira.
I would say, may we pray that many do that, but, well, not exactly good for the numbers around here, so.
She was a noble.
Are you
Not
going to
noble,
leave me?
not noble in the sense of title, noble in the sense of personality and character.
Oh. Okay.
Unfortunately, you're not hidden royalty, but
Well, that's honestly good to know.
indeed, yeah, touches of royalty can be rather crushing. I'm sure my daughter showed you that.
She almost I think she phrased it as kidney punched me. She would have.
Yes, she does that.
Well, Zarali, you have a name.
I do. Like, she's actually got, like, a little bit of tear in her eyes, but it's her face is showing that she's actually very happy.
Bav's gonna put his arm around Zarali's shoulders. Now you know who to thank for toughing through and bringing you to us.
Yes.
Yeah, and then Asmodeus kind of just leans over and just like, well, Kundo, if you'd like me to combine your shields together, I can do that now.
No, Asmodeus. Until probably for the first time the party's ever seen, relinquish his shield.
Oh no.
So
Near's just kind of like gently do it, like rubbing his back, you could say, like the very comforting sort of gesture like that. I don't know how to describe it.
okay. Yep, so Asmodeus begins his little enchantment. Kundo, high or low?
Let's go low since every other roll we've done so far has been high. Shite.
Pretty much high.
The enchantment goes off without a hitch, but unfortunately, well, maybe not unfortunately, but you don't gain any additional benefits beyond the combining of a shield of missile attraction and a shield of spell guard.
I got no problems with that.
Yeah, it's still a really good shield. Just makes Kundo a fucking missile tank.
Beast!
Yeah,
Does that mean magic missiles immediately attract to him?
no. see, if the roll had been called successfully, that's what I was probably gonna do, is make it so ranged attacks of magical origin target him instead. But yeah. Yep, now you have your old standard shield, now imbued with the ability to ward spells away. Well, I believe our business is concluded then.
Did
Yes.
the magic that you wanted to impart on us already take effect?
Oh, yes. Thank you. An Archdevil sometimes forgets. We're not infallible.
It's understandable.
So, I need everybody to roll me a Constitution save at advantage.
At
I
advantage.
did.
Yes.
Fuck!
18.
Okay, I'm trying to find Constitution. There we
Nat
are.
20 for Paradise.
Yeah!
23!
23. Nice.
Why
25.
is it that saves like these I do poorly on?
Because
Yeah,
store.
tell me about it. My monk has 3 failed saves on an artifact that I'm pretty sure is going to turn him into a fucking vampire. Okay, so based on how well you rolled, that's how many attunement slots you'll gain.
Oh.
Fuck.
Wait, what?
Paradise got a lot.
No. It's
You
just
technically
based on
still
how
only
well-
rolled 21.
Yeah. It's just based on how well you rolled. It's not the number you rolled. Otherwise, that's a lot. So, Thav, you gain +1.
Damn it.
Hey, that's still one more than you had before.
Yeah.
It is.
Neri and Paradise, you gain +2.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And then Zarali and Kundo, you guys gain +3. Although, I know Kundo doesn't use a lot of attuned items.
That is incorrect, my friend. He has a lot of attuned items he uses.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Wait, so now Zarali has 6 attunement slots?
Yeah.
Holy
As does
shit!
Kundo.
Yeah, Thav has 4, Neri and Herodice have 5, and Zarali and Kundo have 6.
Well,
So that means I have to give up my
Okay.
staff.
Now, here's the downside.
Oh god.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, it's a devil. What do we expect, guys?
I knew it.
So, I need you all to roll hit dice equal to how many attunement slots you just got.
Okay, so.
So
We
I
have-
got 1.
So I have to
Okay,
roll
so-
3. I have to roll 3 hit
Okay,
dice
so
then.
so we're gonna resolve this in order. So, Neri,
Mm-hmm.
you lose 21 max HP.
Oh god.
Actually, no. Actually, no. It's gonna be divided by 2. So 10.
10. Okay, so that's decent. Cause oh
Thav,
god,
you lose 2.
Where's the
Okay.
hit dice?
it's underneath temporary hit points next to the death.
Yeah, that's where your
Oh, there we are.
Yeah, just click it. Dice.
We
You
get
gotta
to-
you gotta roll one
another.
more. Yeah, you
Gotta
gotta
roll
roll
one
one more. Yep.
Come on.
Low. Yeah. Here's what you want: low rolls.
Damn it!
Okay, so you lose 9.
Okay, Ash, do you want to go first or should I?
You can go first, because Kundo's going to probably have the biggest rolls.
That's fair.
Uh,
Okay.
That's the highest likelihood.
Remember, it's survival
Okay.
too, guys.
Roll.
1,
Ooh.
2, 3.
admittedly, 2 of those were
12.
good low rolls.
Yeah. You lose 12. And then Kundo.
Oh, so I just take 12 off of my maximum HP?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay.
8. Ooh, fuck. All right.
Hmm.
Yeah. So that.
Kundo's got a lot of constitution and a really high hit die.
Unfortunately. So that is 16, 33, 40. Wow, so you lose 20.
I'm not below 200 yet, though.
Nope. Not yet.
Oh,
Unfortunately.
oh god.
That's what happens when you make.
I'm almost below 100.
Unfortunately, that's what happens. It would have happened regardless of who you got it from.
All right.
Well, that's
It's
fair.
sacrificing. Yeah, it's sacrificing your overall body's hardiness in order to intensify your soul.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Neri is
so,
like
yeah.
holding her stomach. I feel like I got punched by a rock element. Oof.
Ugh.
Unfortunately, that's part of the process for mortals. For non-mortal beings, it's much easier. That's
I'd imagine.
also part of most.
It's a feeling I'm not unfamiliar with.
Indeed. Besides, with all the new items you've gotten, you might have come to appreciate the loss in bodily health. Hopefully.
Yes.
In any case,
What?
unless
Uh,
I've forgotten any other business, I believe
no.
we're done.
Actually, Asmodeus, I would like to discuss something with you.
Oh,
Just the two of us.
Oh no. Oh no.
I'm sorry, guys.
All right.
Herodias.
If you get us killed,
I ask you to trust me on this, okay?
well, it's kind of really hard to trust you with the
Yeah.
last time you were in here with him.
Herodias. I am willing to trust you on this, if only just because of what we've talked before.
There's something I need to do, alright?
If you were willing to extend out your hand before, I'm willing to do the same. Thav will hold out his hand, kind of to give a handshake.
I hold out his hand. I put my hand on the handshake.
And I prayed to the gods, you do not fuck this up. Inspiration.
Thank you. I was like, please, somebody give him inspiration.
Well, Myth, you know what I want to talk about.
Probably, but I can't recall it off the top of my head. But anyways,
Nere's
anybody else have
looking down
anything?
I just go, Nere's gonna look at Paradise and go, if I hear any yelling, I'm going to come in here as an earth elemental and beat you.
Either that, or we just say, well, we don't have a bird anymore, and leave.
Oh, so Lord Asmodeus, I don't want to offend you when we plane shift out of here, but is there a place you'd rather have us do it so we're not in your hair?
The two of them just disappear.
Oh, okay.
So it's just me and Asmodeus then?
Mhm.
So Asmodeus, one of the items on your list, it piqued my interest. And I know that, yeah, you probably don't want to part with them. However, those arrows, they're used to kill someone that I am hunting. So I'd like to make a deal for them. You're willing.
That depends entirely upon what you're requesting and how much of a deal you'd like to make.
Well, my request are the arrows, so I can use them to kill someone that I think you would like out of the way as well. Don't like the rustling.
That wasn't you. I see. So you too wish to hunt down the demon lord Baphomet.
Yes, I have a personal vendetta against him.
So, in fact, what you're saying is that you wish to enter some sort of compact in which I give you these arrows in exchange for something else?
Well, depends. I guess depends on what you want and what to give. You're a businessman, correct? So
You've taken to learning better how to interact with those such as myself. Here's what we can arrange. I will not give you all of them. However, I do have a decent stockpile of arrows of slaying of general demons, as well as Baphomet. So, I'll lend you a quiver of them, certainly.
in
However,
exchange.
I demand just one thing.
And what is that?
When you slay him, I demand proof that it is dead. The heart, the head, something substantial.
Oh, I'll give you. Oh, I plan on getting a trophy of him, and I will gladly give you it.
Ideally, if you can, recover his weapon.
I see. So, in exchange for the arrows, you just want me to bring back proof of his death and his weapon.
Indeed, this is a goal where we both align here. I want him dead just as much as you. It will throw the demons into more array than they're already used to, but it will get rid of the Minotaurs and many of their collective, as well as any demons under Baphomet's control. Despite what you might think, the demon lords are as much enemies of each other as they are of us.
Well, you know the saying, I guess. The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
call it a temporary alliance.
Agreed. Well, spending time in your realm, I realize that not all of your kind are the same as the ones I've encountered in the past. So
Indeed.
hopefully this can actually build a better relationship between the two of us.
Oh. In any case, I believe you found that I and my kind are much easier to deal with than them.
I agree.
Well,
So I
Well?
accept your terms.
he just nods sagely and just, well, then the deal is concluded. I will not force you to sign a contract. I do not believe you will stray from your word on this one. I see your intentions as aligning with mine.
Agreed. I'm a bird of my word, to be honest. So
Indeed. Well, suppose I should return you back to your friends then.
it was a pleasure doing business with you, Lord Asmodeus. And he does a bow.
Indeed. And both of them reappear.
Oh my goodness, he's not dead.
And,
Well, how did business conclude?
quite
Very
well.
well. Quite well.
Quite well. And you may add 20 arrows of Baphomet slaying to your inventory,
Yeah.
and 40 arrows of demon slaying.
All right, so let me just add those.
This is just a random funny question. How big is Asmodeus' desk?
I mean, it looks like a normal person desk, but he's also a normal person size.
Oh, I've been having like the mental image that Asmodeus is like huge right now.
No. He's a normal person size, but you get the
No, this is just the section of the study that has the normal person stuff. You have over there, you have the giant section stuff where Asmodeus gets to work in his size.
yeah. That's what the people who are already in hell have to deal with.
Gotcha.
The people who come to make deals from outside, they get to deal with normal size Asmodeus, unless they're also huge.
Actually, Asmodeus slaying arrow.
I mean, yeah, if you want to talk to the demons, they probably got some.
No, please
Talk,
no.
talk to Orcus.
Oh, that won't go well.
Yeah, Orcus just has slaying arrows. They just kill whatever the fuck he wants them to. But,
Because you in particular.
yeah, because Orcus just hates life in general. But that little bit of business out of the way. All of our business concluded. I believe you've more business to attend to beyond just in the hells.
Yes, we have more destinations and rifts to deal with. But first, I think a journey back to Mythodia is in order.
Yes.
I look forward to seeing the two of you. And he points to Zerali and Thub. Now that you've finished that performance,
Yes,
the
I'm.
rest of you, if you should like, you may return here at any time. Welcome in Nessus. As far as the other planes, you should be tolerated, but in any case, returning here, still remain respectful.
Don't worry, Asmodeus. I already have my mind working on how to do a performance worthy of you.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. That's very good.
Here he's pulling out the
yeah.
scroll and tuning fork.
Well, you have places to be, and I have business to attend to, so best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
He just snaps and he disappears off to wherever.
Hold on tight, everyone.
Yep.
So,
Cast plane shift back to Methosius, Jermaine.
Oh, alright. Plane shift back to Methosia. Unlike the familiar library of before, and then of the first time, and then the weird stone slabs of the second time. This one appears. It's not quite a library. Neri, this one's more comfortable to you. This one's more of a like a forest or fae setting. And there is there's a rather large treant who turns just, oh, you're back. Wonderful. Wonderful. Yes. Well,
I love what you've done to the place.
well, you survived the hells, and I figured it might be a bit of a traumatic experience. Something that suits most of you. Although,
Yes, we finished with that rift. That one was very different than the realm of Necropolis.
indeed, a very sad one.
So you know of Alexion then?
Indeed.
What happened to him and his people?
After the council had captured Alexion, the rest of the people rebelled, and a war went on for many years. Neither the rebellion nor those loyal to the council ever gained any ground, and eventually they all began to die out. The final act of the council was to curse both Valexion and Astria to their own forms of undying. Valexion is a pained and tortured creature of the mortal flesh. Astria the similar but of an astral plane. They were truly vile sorcerers of their times. And
I have his sword.
indeed you do.
Is it possible for you to make it at least like this? I imagine it's like an anime sword, almost with Neri.
Not
having it?
exactly. No, not exactly. It's just a very it's a very large sword. It's not built
Keep in
for
mind-
somebody of a standard human size.
Keep in mind that anime swords, if you were to actually make them out of metal, would usually weigh about 50 to 70 pounds.
Yeah, this thing's 15. It's like it is like a great sword design. It's just built for somebody bigger than a person.
Is it possible for you to make it at least a bit more person size? I don't know how to use it, but I'm going to train myself to use it.
I mean, I could probably do that, yes. Although I am the
Although,
he extends one of his plant hands and touches you on the forehead, Neri. I need you to roll an intelligence save with advantage.
Oh no! Why do you do this to me, miss?
Because
Not.
hey, nat 20.
Neri with those nat 20s.
Yeah, actually, it should have been an intelligence. It should have been an intelligence check. Okay. Neri.
Hmm.
You gain the weapon master feat.
Oh, sorry guys, sorry, I don't mean to be annoying.
You're not. That's great. That's awesome.
Do
Do I get to pick
good,
what
yeah, nat
weapons?
20. So what?
What isn't it 4 weapons I get to pick, or is it just?
It's 4 weapons, and your strength or dexterity increases by 1.
I got a 16 strength now.
Yeah.
It's not-
Well, I guess Kundo doesn't need to teach you how to use a sword anymore.
We can still have that moment. Gosh,
Yeah.
it's just gonna be between us.
Yeah, especially with what Raleigh's about to ask.
Yep.
Mythosia,
Hmm.
are these rifts on a timetable, or are we able to take some time to just rest, or do we need to immediately head to the next one?
From what I've noticed, although you have completed them quickly, so I don't specifically know. From what I've noticed, they only seem to advance in power whenever another one is closed, seeming to absorb the power generated by the closed one into the others, or in this case, the closed two into a singular one. So as far as I know, they are not necessarily time-based, but having to take some time might increase them a little bit. If you wish to take time off, we can test that theory.
I think after what we've been through, then taking some time off might not be a bad idea.
I agree.
I need to kill an not elemental, elemental.
Yes, and we can do that very shortly.
It's just important.
Short
I
short dalliance to the elemental plane of air.
No,
problem.
I can summon one.
Not right now,
Well-
Neri, not right now.
No, I'm not doing it right now. I'm just saying.
Who's the one who jumped down the hole without investigating it first?
I did investigate it, and I saw that there's no other path. You guys didn't see that.
Listen, Neri. It's just we don't know whether when you make a comment that you're suggesting it or are actually going to do it. We've traveled with you for so long, and we still have no idea what you're going to do.
And they
But
call
you
me
don't
a
need to treat
mental.
me like I'm a child. It's infuriating that you treat me like a child.
We're not treating you like a child. We're treating you
Stop.
like a firecracker.
Stop. I'm sorry, Neri.
I know I may be impulsive, but I'm not a child.
We know you're not. But you certainly still keep the energy of the youth.
I'm only 25.
Yes, and you're still full of energy to make us have a heart attack.
She's pretty old, actually, and just not to butt in, but I'm just saying.
Okay,
25 is a very old age.
You be quiet, 5-year-old.
He's 9.
I'm technically when you I'm
And anyway, anyway. A reprieve is needed for what we've been through. Time for you two to read your books and me to get acquainted with my new sword when it gets me-sized, as well as getting away to make my new ring.
Yes.
I hope I don't have to kill an elemental every single time I run out of charge.
No, from what casting Identify, once you kill one, no, the benefits remain.
Okay, good, because elementals are nice. They're just a bit temperamental at times.
The ring regains 1d4 plus 1 expended charges daily at dawn. My mind makes charge and daily at the same time.
Expended Charlies. I didn't realize people were a resource now.
No, it's clearly expended Charlie horses. Every time you want to use the ring, you give yourself a Charlie horse.
No,
Oof,
you use
no.
if Nia can punch like Neuralthita. Give him a Charlie horse.
Just deck him right in the legs, give him a Charlie horse, have him fall to the ground prone.
Yes, but Kundo had a specific thing he'd like to speak to Myth about away from the rest of the party.
Right.
So, I'm gonna go get myself set up in a bit of an area so I can at least start practicing.
I'll go and cast the mansion so that we have a place to sit that isn't a forest.
But it's so lovely.
What's wrong
Yes,
with
but
the
it's
forest?
it doesn't have acoustics proper for performance.
But it like Miri motions over to treat it with those. You made a forest.
Yes, and this will be the outside of the mansion, where we go from lovely mansion to beautiful forest.
I'm making the grove.
Okay. Like Zerali's just kind of standing there with the boy expression at both Thav and Neri.
They're gonna be having this argument every single time they're in the forest.
Yep.
Ben, you gotta love them, right, Zarali?
They annoy me, but I wouldn't trade them for the world.
Oh yeah, always keep them close.
Hey guys,
The
could you possibly
three-
teach me how to use a longbow?
A longbow? Sure, I can teach you how to do that.
Yeah, and Neri will take Paradise off with her.
I just picture her literally taking Herodite, grabbing him underneath her arm.
I imagine while Neri and Herodias are doing that, and Kundo's having his talk with Mythosia, that Zerali and Thav would be going off to either start coming up with the ideas for the performances or to study their books.
Just kind of sit in the mansion and study books.
Yeah.
And of course, have lovely lovey-dovey talk while they're doing it, since no one's
Yes.
ever entering the mansion, apparently.
Yes, talk. That's what it is.
Who needs the forest or who in the mansion?
Yes, who needs a forest? Well put, Herodias.
Okay. So, Kundo now alone with the treant that is Mythosia.
That was certainly an ordeal you sent us through, Mythosia.
I don't choose what rifts open up. Simply that they open. I simply know they're open. They must be closed.
I assume this is all building towards something.
As far as I
There
know.
has to be something that is creating these.
Indeed, but I haven't been able to locate what.
How truly terrifying. A master of rifts able to hide from the god of secrets.
I mean, with the two you've closed, I've been able to somewhat identify the nature of the beast. It is something of the far realms. But as for what specifically, I can't discern yet.
Far realms. Cannot say that those are beasts I've ever truly faced before.
Many count themselves lucky to never have.
Fair. But I do know they bleed. Any word of the request for which we spoke of before?
Yes, there has been some progress made. Sort of, well, I would say it was a sort of prototype, but it's just a simple potion of longevity. Not quite the effect you asked for.
That's understandable.
Seems attempting to construct what specifically you asked for requires more magical input, a bit of a defiance of the natural order of things, which naturally the world does not like to abide.
I must ask you then, if defying the natural order of the world can make this item, then would you perhaps be able to make it if I bring you Arnaxis's core? I know of no creature that's defied nature more than that being.
Suppose the Fae do indeed defy nature in simple ways, but yes, the one you speak of does do so more so than most of them. Suppose it's possible.
Very well. And I must ask one more question. This place, as you have it now, would it allow for one to commune with the forces of nature?
To be honest, I haven't tried. It is entirely possible.
Very well. I must commune, and I must ask Eleonora if those two found their way to the afterlife safely.
If a train could not, he would.
Just imagine there's a lot of leaves getting rustled around.
Yeah, more or less.
Very well. Well, I thank you, Mythosia. I assume after the others have had their rest, we will set out for yet another rift, and hopefully after its completion, I can bring you that core. Perhaps the ruler shall rear its head. Well, that is all. I know you have no need of asking questions of us, but is there anything you need to know?
Nothing I can think of at the time.
Very well. I'm going to make sure a young student doesn't lob her own head off.
Maybe a wise idea. I can only confer the knowledge, but not the practical information. Might be
In the
good to have
distance,
a.
you hear Neri yelling.
Ah! Ow!
And Kundo's going to take off the bit of armor that he took from Valexion. And this... I'm not one for armor, but I'm one for remembering a lost soul. If you could do the same as you intend to do with that blade for this god, I'd be very grateful.
Of course.
And he's going to leave that with Mythosia and turn and quickly head off to where he could hear Neri screaming.
Leave it with my Sharana.
I'm sorry, Nostalgia can be a somewhat hard voice to say when you're actively denying an accent.
Yeah, it can be.
Oh god.
That's all I got.
All right then.
Armored.
Things will be talked about.
Are we gonna do that in private chat? Okay.
Well, then I guess. No, Neri, you need to have your arms out straight when you bow. It's not a sword.
I am holding it straight.
All right, let me look at your stance. He pushes Neri, trying to push her over.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to see your stance. Are you standing firm? So if you want a good shot, you have to be unmovable.
Well, I don't think you pushing me is going to do anything. No offense.
Kundo's hand slowly reaching out from behind the tree.
Do it.
Actually,
But
no.
he can.
To do a different thing, Kundo slowly rising up out of the ground. Just shove. Shove her with the 29 strength shove.
I imagine there's no way I can make a dex thing against that.
Exactly. So.
Listen. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna say Nerita is not. As she falls to there, she goes, okay. Dirty tactics.
Looking back at him as Kundo gently kicks rocks back into the hole he just rose out of. Trying to cover up the fact that he just did that.
Dirty tactics, Kundo.
Yeah, very dirty tactics. I thought you were more honorable than that.
I'm very honorable, but I also understand when there's a point to giving a physical display.
Ignore that. That was an accident.
He avoids Neri falling on top of him.
Just dodges.
Okay, listen. Teaches me how to swing around the greatsword. Why don't I at least try to take one practice shots?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it takes a while. I couldn't hit a target till I was a year old.
Well, shoot me.
What?
Shoot me.
You heard him. Shoot him. Shoot him.
If you miss me, Neri, given what you know, then you're never going to be good with that bow.
Exactly. You might want to shoot like this one day.
That's athletics.
Okay, what should I use for archery?
Use your bow.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, well, that's a demonstration. Well, it hits. The target gets hit anyways.
Alright, so Neri's shot, I imagine, hits Kundo, but barely sinks in at all. Considering it can't miss him. And then Herodias' shot would actually sink in. It would just
I'm sorry. Did that hurt you?
Not particularly.
Okay, good.
In fact, it didn't hurt at all.
Moving
Neri
targets
slaps-
are the best.
Neri slaps Kundo's back and goes, he's a wall of meat.
From metagame perspective, that literally didn't hurt me at all.
Here you go, Paradise, and she hands back his bow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sure, he only takes 5 points of damage from that.
No. But
Yeah, actually, because I am attuned to my missile shield right now.
Yeah. Your missile shield is spell deflection or spell guard.
Are you
No.
holding it out as well, or was it just sitting on your back?
Kundo's holding it if it's not otherwise stated.
Okay.
He always keeps that shield ready.
now, Kundo, I believe you have to teach me how to swing around the sword.
Of course. Never been a personal fan of great swords, but
My mother had
I
one.
can certainly
It
show
was
you how.
very, well, the one that my mother has is very shiny, and I can't touch it. It hurts.
Oh, that's concerning.
It's made for her. More specifically, what she does.
That's fair.
Cutting a bit.
All right. Are we wanting to actually keep this as a character mode? Because I don't know if you're wanting to wrap this up, Myth.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's
It
us
is-
taking the time to
Yeah,
then do the books and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff, so it can be summarized as like Kundo teaching Miri how to swing the sword.
Yeah,
Us
it is.
us summoning
it
the
is
elemental.
getting late. It is getting pretty late. I still got to do stuff before I go to bed. So yeah, let's wrap this up here.
Are we
I
gonna say
slept
that-
4 hours last night, so yeah.
Are we gonna
Yeah.
say that I can get the charges on my ring then
Yeah,
during then this time that we
yeah.
Neri
Like I
can
say-
Neri can easily kill one on her own. She doesn't even need the rest of us to do it.
just one of the days that what it's like what 3 days that it takes you guys to technically read the book.
No, it's 40. With my book, it's 48 hours over 6 days, and with Thov's book, it's 48 hours over 7 days.
So within the 2 days ish that we've been here.
It would take around 3 to 4 days when you consider, okay, if
I was
they're
gonna give you
doing
guys, like, a week.
16-hour blocks, then they could get to
Well,
48 hours if
Well,
they're just
however
doing
long-
nothing but reading and sleeping.
however long it takes. Just the Miri walks into the mansion one day. It's just she her hair is literally sticking up straight, and she looks windblown. Like, what happened? I found an elemental. You didn't invite us? Nope.
Okay.
Yep. So however long it takes for you all to get your books ready and all that, and everybody but Zorali gets a level up.
Woo!
Yay!
Zerali just got
Oh,
hers
that-
early because Kundo saved her ass.
That's all. Yeah, that's also what happened to Sap today. He got a free level up too.
Oh, that means that means also then since I attuned to my Ioun stone, it'll go up then. My proficiency bonus will go up.
Yes, you'll have a 7 proficiency bonus like Bernal.
Yeah.
Uncle Bernash will be proud.
Uncle Bernal.
Oh, that sucks.
You can
With
take the average.
Eh.
with the book, then bringing Zerali's charisma modifier up to 6, wouldn't that give her 6 bardic inspiration?
Yes.
Okay, well
That would.
Okay. Alrighty.
Are you changing things, Myth, or can I switch over?
I was looking for something and I forgot what I was looking.
Probably the proficiency bonus thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
that's
now
right.
Thov has a +9 to initiative and 22 AC.
Nice.
the armor he got. Yeah, the armor he got's real good. Does a lot of things. Depending on what color it is.
I can fly.
Yeah,
I can
you
now go
can.
invisible.
I can just naturally fly at
Yeah.
45
Even-
feet.
Even if Herodias becomes invisible, Thaw would just go, "Stop playing around."
Yeah. yeah.
My goodness, I literally just went back up to the health that I was before the attunement slot thing.
So armored, it'd be that scene from Epic Movie, like our scene. I have my invisibility cloak.
I have never seen Epic Movie.
I need to show you that clip.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 7.
Actually, during that time, Zorali would also probably be even though she's got the 6 attunement slots, given what has happened in the Hells, she would probably be unattuning from the Lute of Levistus.
Okay.
And attuning to the new thing that she got.
Head of Susurration. Which I don't know if you told everybody what it does.
No.
Okay, yeah, it's Terrace Restoration. Wonders item, loot, artifact requires attunement. This lute, made of mahogany and gilt, with strings made from the heartstrings of a mully-dew, emits terribly resonant notes that threaten to induce terror in those who face its wielder in open combat. The prized possession of Nerachias, stolen from their fell tomb as the specter... whatever. But...
Yeah, doesn't matter.
yeah, it's a +3 spellcasting focus for a bard. And when I'm attuned to when I attune to it, I gain the following benefits. You are immune to the frightened condition. Whenever you cast a spell of 1st level or higher using this instrument, choose an amount of creatures equal to 1 plus spell level that you can see. These creatures gain immunity to the frightened condition for the spell level number of rounds. You can cast Dissonant Whispers at its lowest level at will.
Whoa, dude.
When casting a spell that deals psychic damage, the target has disadvantage on the saving throw if there is one. A creature that is immune to frighten does not suffer this disadvantage.
Guys,
Huh.
guys, what I get?
What?
Shitted!
Change. Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah. The excitement is so evident. It's adorable.
I've been waiting for this moment.
I know.
But
I
yeah,
know.
I don't know how to go about changing around that weapon there, or that bard instrument. The
Okay. I don't know how to do word good.
yeah. But I don't know how to go about changing that around, so that can be done after we close out the session.
Okay.
Yep, there's a couple things to go on after session.
Oh my
Yep.
goodness, I'm so excited.
But
I
with
s-
that, yes, I believe we are done with the session for the night then, Myth?
Yeah.
Alright, so next time it'll be a week, however long it needs to be between now in-game and next in-game. Everybody will be up a level and have some new fun things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We got some nice presents today.
I can
Yeah.
fly.
So many nice presents.
Yeah, which I don't know if Paradise actually saw what he got.
I think I
Yeah,
saw
no,
what
I
everyone
thought-
else got. I know what I got.
Yeah, yeah, I posted it in the chat, but I'll actually send it to you via DM. I'm lazy and I just took a picture of it.
But I proved every. Oh yeah, the harmonizer. I did. I saw it.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Guys,
It is
guess what
really
my DC is now?
It's AOE pretty much.
My DC is 23.
Oof.
So's mine.
Yeah.
That's also the DC on my ramming strike.
Yeah. You'll have really high DCs now.
Okay, but as per usual, does anybody have any announcements that they would like to make?
I do.
Not a whole lot.
Andy, if you would like to do your normal announcement.
Alright, normal announcement. You guys know the deal by now. Sundays, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I play D&D at twitch.tv / I think it is. Not to
Yes.
computers. Latvian citizen. I play a tiefling blood hunter. It's a lot of fun. And then Mondays you can catch us on the same channel around the same time, where we have discussions about what happens, and the usually likes to leave us with a mic drop. Usually something very like just heart wrenching, because he likes to do that to us. And then you can also just see him stream because he's really fun and he's doing Red Dead Redemption 2. Why?
Yee.
That's my advertisement.
Yeah. Does anybody else have anything to announce?
Do you want me to shout out the Tuesday stream?
Yeah, go for it.
All right then. Every Tuesday or
We on this very channel also stream D&D. Still with Andy, myself, Danny, but with the additions of Jack Dittman for the moment, Small Lizard, and the DM of Night Hunter 66. Very fun stream, and it's just getting off to a rather interesting start. So
Yeah. And that will be on this channel on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. EST, provided that I don't sleep until like right before we're supposed to start.
you're fine.
Yes, Danny, you should really stop doing that. Wonder what could be causing you to do that.
Hey.
Yeah, armored.
The
Love it as fuck.
writing bug hit me, and I had to write down that modern setting thing.
I know.
I still like that Elminster's Guide to Magic spell. That's just like, nah, you're not part of this church anymore. Not fuck you. Get out of here.
Yes.
Because that's Shade's favorite spell. Just no, fuck you. Get out of here. But I'm the high priest. Not anymore. Now I'm the high priest. I'm the high priest now. Yeah. But anywho's, every Thursday, starting at 2 p.m. EST, 12 p.m. MST, I DM another game. I DM 2 games on Thursdays. So I'm real smart. But that is with Jack Dittman and other friends, including the good boy Battery, and that is at twitch.tv.alverance or /alverance. I'm smart, trust me.
I'll just put it in the Twitch chat.
I'm doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, and they recently drew a bunch of cards, and they got some puppy friends and other weird shit.
As always.
And Sap went from bad druid to absolute worst druid because he drew a card that makes animals hate him.
Oh.
That's the worst thing that you can draw.
Oh.
Poor
To be fair, his character was already, his concept was bad, the worst druid, the worst ranger, and the worst nymph. It only makes it better that he drew that card.
Need a hug.
Yeah. We do fun shit. I got no computer, so fuck it, I might even start streaming sometime. I don't know.
Yay for new
maybe.
The
computer!
club.
Yeah, thanks to everyone's favorite Canadian, right here.
No.
Yeah, so I'm gonna whore myself out because I'm a slut. I don't give a fuck.
Yes, do the thing.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know what I'm gonna stream. Probably like Darkest Dungeon and shit. If I had money, I'd probably stream Jackbox just because I fucking love Jackbox.
Jackbox is
Oh,
great.
hilarious.
Jackbox is amazing. You know, whenever I get free time with all this fucking D&D I have. I say it like it's a bad thing, but it's really not.
I'm sorry, Dark. I accidentally forgot that you're also Canadian. I am sorry.
Yeah, with With
Hello,
everybody's
darkness, my old friend.
let's amend that with everyone's favorite Canadian giant.
Yeah, the Canadian giant. There we go.
Yeah, Canadian Paul Bunyan. Except instead of chopping down trees, he just fixes your internet and makes you look like a dumbass when you forget that your graphics card has plugs on it. That was dumb.
He didn't realize that his graphics
I
card had an HDMI port.
I didn't. I was like scrambling for like 3 hours to try to find like a DVI cable and all that, and you're just like, oh, there's plugs there, right? And I looked at it and I'm like, no, there's not. Yeah, there is. They're right there. And I pulled one out and just.
Yeah, it's like, no, I'm sorry. Are you mistaking it for a display port? There isn't anything there. Post him a picture of the port layout. No, it should be right there. This is your exact card, and I have a very similar card. It should be right there. Get a message later. God fucking damn it.
Yeah, just. I'm an idiot.
We love you, Myth.
We love you.
Yeah, but no computer is nice. It's very good. It is not slow. Makes things go a lot easier.
Ye.
Are you
So ridiculous faster.
The loads on shit. Yeah.
are you running this off of your new computer now?
Yeah. Fuck that. I already system resetted my fucking laptop. Just like, no, fuck this. I'm not dealing with this bullshit anymore.
Yeah, just back up the data, and then whoop, by you go.
Yeah, I just pulled off everything I needed from it, threw it on my new computer, and then just nuked it all from high orbit.
And yes. So congratulations to the DM to having a new computer.
Yeah,
I can't clap while talking.
Because of push talk, yeah. I just need to get other stream stuff, and then I'll probably start streaming my own shit. And I can probably do it now. It's just a matter of better sound quality, because probably don't sound the best on stream, what with headset mic and all that, but
That doesn't sound too bad.
yeah, it's just having an actual microphone would be a dedicated microphone would probably be a bit better. And also getting headphones that don't have, you know, a mic on it, so when I'm speaking to the mic, it doesn't double. God, that'll be confusing as fuck. It's like, what the fuck? Why is he speaking? What the fuck?
What the shit?
But anyway, with that,
Yeah.
if everybody is done doing announcements and all that, I think we should say our goodbyes for the night.
One last thing, just announcing personal victory. I'm gonna be fucking done my college program come this week or
Yeah.
next week.
Yay!
Congratulations on Coleg.
Yep, congratulations on Dunes on again there before I do.
Congratulations on being completely fucking good. You did good.
You did
Yay!
Thought I was gonna say an insult, but no, I'm not that much of a dick. He did
So
what I couldn't.
all I just need to do is just finish up a few last more things, and then I can go right immediately into the working business.
Do you have to write a license exam or something?
Nope. I just finish up the last two exams and the final project, and then come January, I immediately have a job right out the gate.
Nice.
Fuck yeah. That's how you do it. Making 75 schmeckles a day. I'm kidding. You don't live in America.
Yeah, come on, I make that in like 3 hours.
Yeah, see, I make less than 75 schmeckles a day.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Myth.
No,
I know the feeling.
see, here's the sad thing. That's like still $2 more an hour than most people than minimum wage here.
Yeah. All right, but with
Just like-
that, are we ready to say
Yeah.
goodnight?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no
so we
more
don't sadden our
no-
viewers.
No more politics. Goodbye, bye now. Go drink vodka and be good boy, or else I will come and I will steal all your socks.
I thought you were gonna say
Slowly devolved in understanding.
Come on, man. If they're not drinking their vodka, then you go and steal their vodka and drink it for them. They are wasting vodka by not drinking it.
That's in Ukraine now.
All right. Yeah.
All right, closing out.
Alright.
So, comrades, I must need to tell you something first, though. I'm going to work.
Bye.
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 You ruined my
Bye.
joke. You ruined my joke.
No joke for you.
Oh. But yeah, I
Did I-
guess that's.
Did I go? Oh,
I'll let Dark do his
Good.
joke real fast.
fine. I'm going to the one place that cannot be corrupted by capitalism. Spice.
Bye.
But I
I'd
mean,
be on the run.
Elon
Okay, now
Musk.
we can end.
Alright. Well, with that, good night, everybody, and we'll see you again Tuesday and Thursday of next week.